You know, hang on. I could probably move my microphone back a little bit. I feel like part of my mic trouble has been that maybe the microphone's been too close. I don't know. I can't quite tell for sure yet. Tough thing is that I don't have anybody ever come in and be like, hey, your microphone could be adjusted. It's like, I don't know, man. I never really know. You know, it's like, I feel like it's one thing that's tough is if you don't get any... The only reason I keep it closer is because it's like, okay, I need to... Okay, is that... Man, I can't believe it's been 7 years since you stepped in that courtroom. You know what's funny? I did decide to check. How's it going today, Cricket? You know what's funny? I did decide to check when we finished Trials and Tribulations, because I realized that I also kind of forgot what the names of the original 3 were. I realized that it was in 2023 that we played the first trilogy, and that was only my 2nd year of streaming. Also, how's it going today? I hope you're doing well. But I figured out something kind of funny. Both years that I've released a game, like, on my own, both of those years I played an Ace Attorney game in the autumn season. At least, I think I started... I finished Trials and Tribulations in September of 2023. And then... Now we're starting the Apollo series in November in 2025, and Madman's Dice came out this year. Red Genie came out 2023. I think it's weird to me that it's been 2 years since Red Genie came out. I think that actually confuses me a little bit more. Because it feels much closer, you know, mentally. But I think it's kind of funny that the 2 years I release games, I play an Ace Attorney game. Now, the only thing I don't know is I actually have no idea. I've seen pictures of Apollo Justice and some girl named Athena. And besides that, I have absolutely no idea I don't know what the deal is. Also, maybe it's bad of me, but I'm like, what happened to Phoenix, right? What did he do? It's just like, what did he do? It's like, what sort of nonsense did he get up to that he's not the front character of this game? I feel it's like, I don't know if you'd be playing as another guy if Phoenix Wright wasn't around. Okay, adjust everything. Also, it's kind of nice because we're kind of going back to... sorry for my obvious biases. Halfway shut up for the stream, so I think I'm suffering uveitis? That sounds really intense. Turned down stream for a lot of other streams for less. I mean, I've kind of recognized that you've been kind of busy also. At least it's kind of, it feels like, you know, it's like, I think when... That's interesting. I guess this also goes into something I could talk about a fair bit, actually, is that I kind of know that a lot of people come by for very specific games. And I don't really hold it against them at all. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, I play a lot of different games every year. And, you know, it's like, I think, like, when people find me, they usually find me through a game they really like. And then, I like L-Sword. L-Sword's the best example I have of this, where there are some people who will not perceive my existence unless I'm streaming L-Sword. And when I do it again, they're like, oh, you're playing it again. Or they're like, oh, you're playing L-Sword, and they're new, and they don't know me. But a lot of times, that's what happens. If someone finds me, body's fine, everything's chill, except for my uveal and some of the back of my throat. Well, I hope you heal from that quickly. Hopefully you're able to recover quick, because that does suck. That sounds intensely painful. I am, you know, knock on wood, I'm grateful that I'm still in recovery technically, but most of my health issues are gone. I've actually been feeling pretty good. I only noticed it after somebody pointed it out that I actually put on muscle over the last few months, which has been kind of cool. I actually feel pretty healthy. But I hope that you're able to recover quickly. Oh yeah, and to the thing about streaming stuff, it's something I kind of realize it's probably why I haven't, like, my streaming channel, like the channel, YouTube, and Game Development equals muscle mass. Well, it equals that when, it's funny, I think it equals that when I'm doing my best to keep myself healthy so I can make good progress on my game and whatever project I'm on. Because physical health equates spiritual and mental fortitude. It's like if you exercise and take care of yourself, it's a lot easier to make good mental decisions and to stay happy. And conversely, if you do things that make so you don't burn out, you don't overtax your brain, you're not stressing too hard, your body feels healthier and your soul feels good. Whether you call it soul, spirit, you know, emotional state. Because I think mental strain and emotional state actually do separate at a certain point. But yeah, no, I think if people come by for their favorites and they, you know, it's like if they decide like, okay, these other games aren't quite my style, so I'll come back later. That's kind of what it kind of feels like. That's what a library is supposed to be, is that no matter when you come back, you're always welcome. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, it's like, it's great to see you again kind of thing. Less than, I don't really feel like it's like, it's something I noticed with like growing this channel is actually quite hard because of the fact that I don't stop with one game. I realized if I just took like 3 months and said, okay, every single day of this month, I'm going to play a game that's replayable. Something that fits me. Like if I've been recently off stream playing Magic the Gathering Arena. I've also been playing, if there's a way to transfer the account to have it on two places, I could probably make a killing talking about Uma Musume and its game design, because it's actually kind of interesting. Or heck, even if I chose something like Warframe or Fortnite, something that's always replayable, something I can keep going back to, or Elsword. It's like I could very easily grow numbers, but it's like I kind of like the fact that I'm playing so many different things, because it's been very good for me as a creative to try out so many things. Because I've been getting so many inspirations and things to know, and I've been learning so much that it's actually been helping me a lot. That's why Madman's Dice, I think, is really good. I think if it wasn't for the fact that I've been playing so many weird games in the last 2 years, I don't know if I would have been able to make a game like it and make something of its writing style and its ilk. But with Ace Attorney, it's funny because I remember playing it, and I do remember some of my thoughts about it. Since so much of it hinges on the writing, it's a little hard to discuss game design. I think half the magic of Uma is the fact that all the horse girls are written as eccentrically. It's hard to say that, and with as much charm as Ace Attorney characters. I think it's the fact that it's one of those things where it's another property where no matter what character is your favorite, you're not wrong. Like, there are some game series where some characters just fall to the wayside, and if they're your favorite, it's like that's a tragedy because there's not enough material for them. The fact that Uma Musume has made a point of every character has like material about them, or there's like animations, there's the whole story with them. If they're a playable Uma, they're a character you can run. Personally, funny thing, one of my favorite characters in the entire game is Tazuna, the secretary lady. She's just, it's because I think I really like characters who are always there for you. Funny thing, I think it might also be it might be also because of Elizabeth from Persona 3. Because every time I see some lady dressed modestly with being the secretary, I'm like, yep, okay, that's a type. The secretary type really does something, huh? But yeah, I know that with Ace Attorney, this game series, I had thoughts about it that I think mine is Agnes Tachyon. I don't know many horse girls in the game yet. Honestly, Agnes is Emeraldo's favorite, and I understand why. She's very cool. You know what's the thing? I try not to share too many favorites with Emeraldo, only because I feel like if we're of one, it's also because I have my own favorites, but it's also like, I feel like if we share the exact same favorites, it's like in some ways, I think it's like, I feel like we'd end up talking circles. But I also ended up with different favorites because of who I ended up running the most, because I have Simbali Rudolph, Biwa Hayahide, and Taiki Shuttle. Those three, fantastic. Those are great. But, yeah. I probably could make a point of, like, choosing a game to play for a month or something. Like, all the Sundays for a month could just be locked in. I'm tempted to say I might do that for Magic the Gathering Arena, because I've been having a lot of fun off-stream with it, but also I kind of realized something about how I play Arena that doesn't come up in any other game. And it's that I play to win. Obviously with single-player games, I do play to win. Like, I'm fighting a computer, I don't have to worry about emotions or... But when I'm playing with other people, I tend to hold back a little bit, explicitly because I hate when somebody's stomping another player. Even if I'm the one doing the stomping, it's not fun. There's no tension, there's no story, there's no intrigue if the game is not matched, if it's not fair. And the thing is, when I play Arena, I do not think about that. So I don't know what it is, because Master Duel, I do think about it still. Like, granted, I have to play a lot harder to keep up in Master Duel, but in Arena, it was like, oh, okay, I put together a deck, and it was like, all right, cool. And then I started curb stomping people, and it's like, oh, I don't do that normally. It's not a playstyle I do. But I also thought it would be interesting then if every time I stream, I try to play a different deck, you know, build something new and make it work. Because the current one I'm running is Evil, and it's probably only a mid-tier deck anyway, but it's really good right now. I've had actually I think it's like, I'm pretty sure the game has the statistics, but I think I estimate it's like a 75% win rate. And like, granted, I'm in bronze, so it's like, whatever. But I don't know, 75% in bronze feels like, okay, for someone who just got the game installed, I don't know, that seems kind of decent. But yeah, I don't know. It's a thought I've crossed my mind. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I was talking about game mechanics with Ace Attorney. It's kind of turned into a just chatting thing for a moment here. But I feel like with these games, the only thing that I've always been a bit concerned with is how they evolve the gameplay side of it. And I think oh, cool. We can just jump around in the episodes? That's crazy. Interesting. But I feel like with the Ace Attorney series, I think if anything, the thing I've kind of caught on is that if the gameplay has been innovated on, you know, there's an iteration there, I think that'll be better for the game. But I'm not 100% sure, just because it's like with the Ace Attorney series, I remember at the end of 3, by that time it was like, okay, we kind of hit the upper limit of what the game could do with its systems, and a lot of it had to come down to the storytelling. I know 3 had some weird stuff going on, but it did. I think the whole case with Godot was kind of the peak of the game. I remember the Frenchman for some reason. I can remember him. The first game was kind of like open and shut, fantastic. Second game had a lot of weird stuff going on, but it wasn't too bad. I think I remember putting. I'm trying to remember what I did for the tier list, because I remember that 3 was the top of the game, with the top of the 3, but besides that, I do not recall where the other 2 were. I know they were right next to each other, though. Alrighty. Enough dallying. We can at least start the game. Came out in 2007? Wow. Alright. So what are we... So, Turnabout Trump. Oh, we're doing this again. Oh, man. It's been a while since we've seen an... Oh, the Picasso? Oh, what a weird art style. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Dragoon. Thinking of Legend of Dragoon a little bit with the... Well, it's on the painting side specifically. Showdown time. Oh, that's some interesting... You lose. Why did guy have to scream like an eek? I'm understanding this properly. This guy lost a game of cards and proceeds to immediately murk his opponent. Seems to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me, please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. Okay. Fatal crashing out. The most fatal crash out we've seen in ages. Okay, I don't mean to... This is not a like a throw against this game. This looks almost the same as the... Which I'm pretty sure is the point with these being kind of remasters, but this is so familiar. I remember this lobby. Panicked, palms sweaty, knees weak. I can admit it, I'm nervous. Oh, Apollo. Good morning. Okay, who are we talking to? Duh. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. His name is... Why do you have to call him Justice? I feel like if Apollo Justice didn't go into law in some way, I'm pretty sure everybody would make fun of him for it. His name is Christoph. Wound up, sir. So different if you play the GBA original trilogy. Yeah. Because we played the Switch version way back when. And is this game on the game? Is the Apollo Justice game, is this on the DS? Because this would have been 2007. Yeah, this would have been the DS, right? That screeching noise is your voice. I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial and it's a homicide. DS, yes. Yes, justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I see. So he's just like Phoenix, right? Yeah, this would have been... Because I know that the re-release... I remember we talked about this. It's coming back to me now. We talked about the fact that the original trilogy got re-released on the DS and had a special episode added, and that was that 5th episode on the first game. I think it was the first game. It was the first or third. It was one of the two. The first or third game. I'm trying to remember. I think it's the first one, where the chief of police gets prosecuted. I remember this. Yes, and it was added in as an official part of the game on the DS versions, and those are the versions that got kept. The DS versions are the ones that got kept for later releases, including the ones that went to the Switch. I remember this. I'm amazed I actually remember that. I guess it's just because we're familiar music, familiar place. I can pull the memories closer to me when I'm in the same spots. Got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. Oh, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. I overdid it again. What? As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down. You get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm feeling that, Apollo. I feel that. All over the drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. You might take you the wrong way. Are you repairing our case? I want to introduce yourself to the client. Okay, what's his name? My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. Red murder. Red rum, as they say. Boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Okay, who's the client? Whoa. Good, morning. Yeah, I know this guy. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial nerves. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So you're... Fine. I'm fine. Ah. Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name. Oh, we're off to a great start. This guy's... are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me. Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend. So why... You'll see. Huh? You could do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean... You know, it's time. Shall we? I mean, I already know who this guy is. That's Phoenix Wright. That's Phoenix Wright. Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice. April 20th. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, unless I'm face blind. Oh god, this guy's still alive? Court is now in session. Hello, Judge. Pain. Oh, hey, there he is, Pain. What is that stupid thing on his head? What is... stupid things, rather. What is up with him? Prosecution's ready, Your Honor. Defense is fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Okay, I will say, I think Apollo Justice is a little too neurotic. Name was Mr. Justice. This is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor. I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Yeah, Mr. Gavin. Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, the defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. My client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Oh, of course he wants justice. But to entrust this case to this green horror... Okay, that's pretty stupid. That's a good one. That's a good one. Do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Gavin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have cords of steel? Of course. Now let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. Sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Yep, yeah. Kind of hard to not recognize that man. But also... Phoenix, what are you doing? Why do you look like Larry Butts? What are you doing, man? Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright. Piano player. I don't know why, but this feels like... Is it weird that this kind of just feels like meeting, like, your hero, and he's just like, dude, I don't do that anymore. It's like, oh, okay. What is up with you, man? Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further, then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. I guess I enter this courtroom of fresh attorney now, I'll see you leave in chains. Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. Okay, so what's the charge? Crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. I didn't know they... Okay. Defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack. Killed him cold. Okay, a customer at the restaurant, you say. The defendant, you say he was the pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright. The pianist. He looks mildly... Why does he look slightly inebriated? This is the weapon that took the victim's life. Bottle of grape juice. Okay, I'm like 80% certain that was censored in the... I'm pretty sure that was censored in the... this is censored in the from the original, but... Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. Well, the subtlety, the fact that Phoenix could never remember Payne's name in the trilogy, but here he retorts with a clear memory of his name. It's amazing. That is true. He just kind of forgot that Payne... He kind of forgot Payne's name every time. Wonder why. Court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Okay. He feels sharper. Let me denote justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Actually, funny thing. I should look at this. How long did I hear for one of these? Time of death is 2 a.m. April 17th. Death caused by single blow to forehead. The basement. Oh, this is what happened. Okay, so the bottle was empty, which is weird. There are chips on both sides. Kind of looks like they both have 4 aces. There are 2 aces each. Was he really killed with a blow to the head? He doesn't even look like he got hit. Bears the defendant, Mr. Wright's prints. Make a practice of checking it frequently. The court record. Right, I've heard of that. Okay, I'm also gonna say... Oh, can I save the game here? I can save. Alright, cool. We save the game. I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, how long has it been since... In universe... How long has it been in universe since he started being an attorney? But I guess even more so, what happened in the years in between that caused this to happen? What happened? What caused this thing? I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just use R. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was a certain Shady Smith fellow? We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler. According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. Shady Smith, of course. You know, esteemed guy at place. Of course. Okay. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant? That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime. They had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing? That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. So we looked at this photo over, so we can see a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. I feel like, interestingly, I don't know if this is... I feel like the funny thing about this is that there's so many inconsistencies already. I don't know. Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself. Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. Is that really a crime in Japan? Objection! It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it is only that, a game in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. There, come again? The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present. Gambling is weird in Japan. Okay, wait, so wait, I have a question. What is horse racing then? Because, like, the horse racing is betting. Isn't that just gambling? Am I weird? Is that weird? Like, kind of feels like, is it state-sponsored gambling? Is there a limit? Is there a paying limit? But then how does something like the Arima Keenan happen with Gold Ship? Where it's like 12 billion yen. You can gamble in pachinko parlors, for instance, and horse racing, yes. So is it like a sanctioned thing? You have to have like a license for it? Actually, that makes more sense now that I think about it. It's probably like you need to have a license to run an establishment. And impress women. That'll be our first order of business here then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Possible deniability. It's all pretending not to be gambling. Possible time. Oh, I see. Okay. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. Okay. Let's hear his testimony. I'm gonna snooze the ads really quick. I want to hear the first testimony. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy. Okay. A pianist who can't play piano. Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. First cross-examination. Don't blow it. You're right, you're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? It's a figure of speech, justice. Oh, what is justice? Otherwise, it's very strictly illegal. That's what I know anyway. I'll have to look into it, because it seems like a weird legal thing. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times, though you've never done one yourself, have you? Here for a refresher. But I asked Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination. No. No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered. I think you'd better do more than think. You know it, or you do not. Fine, the cords of steel are ready for battle. Weapons, press and present. Find any inconsistencies and lies in the testimony and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Lies. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. Okay, so we're gonna press everything. Let's see. Cross-examination. Hardly play at all. I'm gonna press this one. I'm gonna press this first one. You can hardly play. Oh, I play sometimes when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. That's supposed to be a boast just now. The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large. Why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? Real jobs take on interested customers over the poker table. I guess I'll just press things and see what we get. They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. Bah, do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes. Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. Got him. I played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost once. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. You've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? I mean, yeah, technically. Remember we play in the competition in there are the club's main attractions. May as well just press stuff and see what we learn. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction. It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? I see. All in the past, things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That window does look like it would be good for keeping... Wait, no, it's not a window, it's not... I read a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. That's not even a window, that's a... At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Question. 2 decks of cards. A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. Crime scene painted blue by a sad sleeve of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5-card hands. We're playing Balatro. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes. A game of hands. Okay. This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. I mean, I don't. That's right. Simple game, after all. Are you sure? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Can I just say, it's very funny to think about the notion of, is this just a simple game? And I'm like, I mean, I've seen people get killed for games. It's happened. Okay, no connection to the crime. Oh, that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Please let that one slip by. Don't despair yet, Justice, sir. Right, there's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear it from you. Okay. Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. One little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. Complete silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Can you imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony? It's a little early to be jumping to conclusions. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. Okay. Okay, let's press this one really quick. Silence. The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. Why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. It's your job to turn that around in our favor, yes? Great. Like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about that testimony? Wait, something he said did ring a little strangely. Just one thing. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, we're supposed to press this one to relearn how to find the contradictions. I feel a bit weird that we have to... press this option. We're presenting evidence that does prove that he was... I'll say I never touched the murder weapon. It literally has your... What the heck? Whoa, we have a 3D model we can spin? No clues here. It's funny that I can spin this. Okay. Objection! Opening objection awarded. What the heck? So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle. We on the DS now, baby. Here we are. Touchscreens, right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice. Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see. It was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. Objection. No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears, in our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints alone don't prove he did it. They wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. I mean, they're... But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means he's holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that. I mean, no, he could have just picked it up. He... Yes. To brain someone with the bottle. What is up with Apollo's facial expressions? What is this guy? Mr. Gavin. I think he just took a turn for the worse. Oh? I see no problem, Justice. The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? Let's see. On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that... Really? Well, yeah. According to the case file. Murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene. Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we? Oh, cool. We get to... Whoa. Man, they're doing a lot more of this now, because they did this in the... at the end of the third game as well, didn't they? Because they used diagrams at the end of the third game to... It's like, oh yeah, where in this map are you going? Victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. Oh, the 2000s. Defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. What is that on top? What is that on top of that piano? I see, and this is the phone that made the call. He still has that thing? Right cell phone added to the court record. Defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose, yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. You claim he's being uncooperative. Irk. I like how he goes, irk. I say, Mr. Gavin. You better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Is those be decorative snow and icicles on the piano? It's like, is it almost Christmas? Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about... What was it you said? Defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. Ah. Now we're at the ad break. God dang it. You're as good as they say you are. Okay, so we have an ad break. Take a moment. I need to stretch really quick. Okay. Who's the... So someone else is in the room the night of the crime. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna go through this a little bit slower just so I can let the ad break run. I need to stretch anyway. Neck and shoulders. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. If there's anything that happens when you work a desk job, is your neck and shoulders are vital to keep stretching and moving. Ah, jeez. Because if you don't, you end up... Stasis is bad for the body. You gotta make sure to keep things moving. But it works out okay. Okay, one thing I am curious to is that other music in the game is clearly different from the original. But for some reason, this track is pretty much the same as the other 3 games. Which makes me wonder, like, is there... It's not a dig at the game. I think it's just that, imagine cooking so hard at the soundtrack that you literally can't escape a certain track from the game. Like, the rest of the music, I think they do a good job of innovating and evolving the feel of the Ace Attorney series. But I feel like this particular track, it's like, yeah, we can only do so much to make it, to do more with it. There's not much more we can do, you know? Alright, let's continue. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Okay. I'm gonna wait a moment. Neck and shoulders. I need to drink some water. Oh, jeez. I forgot how much talking it is to play these games. Oh my god. Hang on. Oh, jeez. It's like, it's one thing I forgot about these games is that it's so much talking. Because I have to read everything, so... I feel like it's one of those things where if I made everybody read the game, it's like, okay, well, it's not really helpful, is it? I do think I don't know how I feel about my reading voice, but sometimes I feel like it depends on if I was putting a character on or something. I don't know what characters I would fit if I were to do like if I ever did VO work that wasn't... I guess funny thing, if it wasn't the stuff, if other than the stuff that I did for Madman's Dice where I did VO work, I don't know what character I would even fit as a voice actor. I think I would definitely want to take like a class or something to, you know, like be better. But I don't really know what characters I fit. You know, it's like I'd want to voice characters that I fit. I don't really know who I'd even fit. So I'm thinking about voices I can do, and it's like I don't think any of my voices really fit a character per se. My voice is very specific. It's probably why I didn't land the roles I ever auditioned for. My voice is very weird. I don't know if I could ever voice act personally. I could do probably reading just fine. I read okay, but enunciation is good. But I don't think I would. What the? Why is she holding? The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. There's the witness. I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please come out. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Don't this is a compliment, but you sound like a clerk. Honestly, that would be fun. That would be kind of... Well, I feel like that would be probably the role I would play. Is like the desk guy or something. Like, here's your daily rewards. Or something like that. God, I could be a gotcha character. I could be that, I know in Genshin they have that, the desk clerk lady. I could do that. Where it's like, here's your daily rewards. Like, hey, you did a good job today. Like, stuff like that. I could voice, Waze. I could, like, those, I'm thinking about how they made the Sonic voice for the GPS thing. I could do that. That'd be fun. Where it's like, oh yes, ambiguous American voice. Somewhere from the east half of America. We're not entirely sure because he sounds like he's from 3 different parts of the country. He sounds like he's from the state of Maryland. He also sounds like he's from Michigan, and he also sounds like a New Yorker. We don't know what he is, but it's ambiguous American. Well, if you are sure, it is okay. The modern mid-Atlantic. Modern mid-Atlantic boy. Ahem. Now, the prosecution. What? Wait a minute. The prosecution care to explain the witness's paraphernalia. Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Olga Orly. Old girly? Old girly? Why is she old girly? I'm employed as waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant. Oh, Russian. Then why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how is it said, other service. I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures? Like, for example, this one. I mean, that just seems like a nice picture. There's also like 5 bottles there. That's the defendant? Indeed, on the night of the murder. Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Okay, Olga, thank you. Indeed. That is the victim. Well, I'm thinking about that Count Dooku meme where he walks up to the guy who's just kind of talking in a language and he goes, indeed. Indeed. I love the delivery of that indeed. Oh, man. Honestly, though, Crooked, you mentioned that I sound like a clerk. I feel like that would be... I feel like any desk character would probably be my fit. I feel like I would be the first... In a slice of life anime, I would be the first antagonist that gets whooped in like 3 episodes. Where it's like, oh yeah, we challenge him to the thing, and I go, wah, or something, I don't know. That's a really dumb noise, but you know what I mean. Why is she dressed this way to, like... Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It is the same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers casually. Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. Question of Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith? Now, witness. Where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout, we call it. With a Y? Excuse me? The hideout? It is room where famous gangster Bad Guy was arrested. His name was Bad Guy? You know, I'm grateful that the names are still pretty good. Is room where murder took place. Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. She's fast on the draw with that thing. With mittens on, no less. I'll post my courtroom dorm later for you. The photos will be numbered and you will write which ones you want copy of. There are 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orley. Our witness. And Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Yeah, if you strip out everything else, the truth is left alone. There's only one other person in the room, so... Huh. Witness testimony. Let's see. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for a game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Yes. I'm not gonna keep saying "da." I probably will, though. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. Duh. That man flew at victim and is strangling him to death. What? Incidentally, who won the game? Is it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith. Objection! That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice, maybe you could come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it for me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case in my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. More evidence? There's a lot of pictures. These are the poker chips as they lay down at the very moment of the crime. Okay, can I just say... The funny thing about this is I think I'm noticing... Hands and chips on this I belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, you say? Duh, I mean, yes. What? We're all saying it now. Imagine that poker's war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils. I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. It doesn't match the original, does it? Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Wait, can I... Let me look really quick. Let me look what's on. Oh, that's funny. It doesn't... Does it match? It does match, but... I'm looking for the distinction here. Also, I guess the thing I'm looking at is... Oh yeah, wait, there's snow... There's so much decorative snow inside this building. What is this? Okay... I'm looking really quick just to take a gander. I already know what the... I already know the problem is that it's this. Because I already know what's the problem. Okay. Customer asked me to deal cards. It was cold, both players played with hats on. Lock it on neck, last hand is done. Wait a minute, I have a question. Present. Hang on. Let me look at something. Where is... Oh, he's missing the locket, too. In this universe, they don't have the bar. They just keep hitting law students against Payne. So I can justify Payne's supposed 7-year streak. Well, I'm guessing that also he... Because I know that Payne had... I think the thing is Payne is supposed to be like a prosecutor that they put defense attorneys against just to get them in, but... I would say the 7-year streak was probably also a lie. He could also just be lying. Man flew at victim and is strangling him to death. Okay, this I'm gonna press it first and then see what we get. But the defendant would... Oh no, I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic. Possible, please, refrain from embarrassing me. Why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker? Perhaps it is because the defendant has lost game. Crushing defeat for a man undefeated. So it is always with men like him. Winners make sore losers. How the mighty fall. Go ahead, I believe you know what it is you need to do. Right, sir. There were only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and... Mr. Wright isn't the killer. I think I know what it is, too, because it's literally just... It's just this, and I present the bottle. Objection! Oh, it's not. Interesting. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Okay, wait, I just realized something. Wait, what? That didn't go so well. Okay, wait, real talk? What do you mean? Wait, but that evidence quite literally contradicts the... Last hand is done. Okay, I guess just press everything and see what we get. You were dealing cards. Do you do this often? No, I'm doing this. If customer wishes it, I serve anything. Borscht cards, more borscht. Right idea, wrong place. Oh, I see. It is my work. Okay, I see. Place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service. Welcome to Borscht Bowl Club. Borscht is as warm as the waitresses. Thank you for not handing out flyers during the cross-examination. Cold. Oh, it's I see now, because it's probably the same, the right evidence, wrong statement to present it on. I think this happened, if I'm not mistaken, this happened in one of the other games too, where I had the right evidence but couldn't present it in the right spot. Place whole time. Probably this one, right? Objection! Okay, I'm just gonna... Well, I'm already back on my bowl. We're already back on that BS again. You know it. We love it. Just back it up. 5 seconds. Okay. How's it going today, Naractum? Hope you're doing well. He plays with... I guess I should just start pressing stuff, because it seems like his locket. I believe it was a good luck charm, yes. He gripped it many times as he played that night. Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. They were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift. The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about? I mean a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket. Of course, I knew that. Oh, the judge got even... Not to close the food court at the moment. Oh, very good. Oh, yeah, pendant shaped like, that's what you call it that. No, a locket's a locket. Doesn't matter what shape it is. It's considered bad form to poke fun at the heart of hearing in our society. Heart of hearing or heart of understanding. So, what happened next? Okay. Something terrible. What? Defensive afraid from Nita's shouting. Sorry. Need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing. Now, Miss Orley, can you tell us what happened? Okay. Huh. Let me look at the pictures again. We'll get the pictures really quick because I'm curious. They both have the hats on here. I don't know. You know what's the problem is I don't know if it's the right evidence. Present. Oh, it's the autopsy report. Yeah, it's the autopsy report. God dang it. Dang it, Edgeworth, why didn't I listen to you? Strangled, you say? That's odd. Duh, normal customers only choke on borscht. What? No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Ack. Ms. Orley, really now? Do you witness the crime? Did you just... Whoa. Did you just catch all of that? What the heck? Good stuff. Yeah, looking at the picture, doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yeah, it is the fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Oh, there. Okay, there we go. Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation. Can I just say, what are those freaking mutton chops, dude? That hairstyle? Well, granted, he's the only person I think who could pull it off because it looks kind of okay, but what is this hairstyle, man? He looks like General Zhao, or Admiral Zhao, I guess, before he got turned into. The joke is that this head certainly was hit. Oh man. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling. You know what I remember now? A lot of conversations, at least twice throughout the playthroughs we did of the original trilogy, where somebody said the judge gets dumber with every game, and I said, "Does he?" And now I'm thinking about it, and it's like, oh man, they really ham him up. Oh god. Crime scene photo 2. Hat removed during investigation. Wait. But I have seen it happen. Okay, secondary question. How did he hit him directly? Okay, wait. How did he kill him? I'm trying to figure out the locomotion of this kill. How did he kill him with a single blow to the front, to like the front part of the head, without like caving something in? You know what I mean? Like, what did he do? The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck. Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? Found the contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination. Such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop eating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. That night, let's see, customer, it's cold. Lock it. And you hit him with bottle. I'll just press it really quick. You didn't say anything about hitting before. So sorry. I must be forgetting this, duh. Okay, witness, you will take greater care with your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. Defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind. Chose simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely. So he strangled him, then hit him? Something's fishy about all this. Go ahead, I believe you know what it is you need to do. There were only 3 people at the room at the murder. Okay, secondary... Okay, other question that's in my head right now is... Okay... I think it's here I need to present evidence, but... You know what's the thing I'm thinking right now is... Details. There's no strangulation marks, so it's only a hit to the head. Because there would be, like, handprints on the neck if he was actually, like, going at him, right? Hit him with bottle. The other thing I'm thinking is, how would his hat have stayed on if he'd gotten hit in the head? I don't know. Something about that feels weird. We saved the game. I feel like the save scumming is going to happen regardless, but I could also just try some stuff and then reload only if I fail too much. I think here I want to present this. Objection! Nope. Okay. Okay. Okay, never mind, I'm just gonna load. I don't know if it's faster to do this or not, but eh. I think this game loads a little bit slower than the original, which is a bit of an interesting thing I'm noticing, because it's loading... It loads a bit slower. Objection! Nope, okay. Okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. Understandable. Alrighty. I feel like this is a first witness is interesting, but I don't really... Let's see. Options. Oh wait, no, not options. Present. I need to look at something else too. He's missing the locket here too. Last hand's done. Plays whole time with hand on locket at on neck. Oh, I found it. You know, there was one curious part in the testimony that just like Mr. Gavin said, but what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taking it off. Wait, you don't mean... Defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He's taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Say, yes? Wait, he is wearing it. What is that? I just noticed this, but... You have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh? You mean this? Yes, it's a locket. With a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. Come again. Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket, too. Why don't I buy this is just a coincidence? Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear that the defendant lost, badly. Miss Orley, will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and defendant. Duh. I'm gonna end up saying "da" too many times. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start saying it. Oh, by the way, I think I mentioned it sometime after I played the Ace Attorney trilogy. I will mention, Gumshoe is still the reason why I say pal now. I sometimes pick up my cat and I go, what's going on, pal? Pal entered my vernacular because of Gumshoe. I do know that. It's kind of funny, but also like, huh. Game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. Moment loss was decided. Defendant grabs bottle from table and... Wait, indeed, looking at this picture, does seem to be a one-sided game. Yeah, but he didn't bet everything, because... How much are the... As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. How many times have I heard these words? Done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I've done. Common tale, but true. He thinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Game began with 3,500... Okay, I'm gonna ask about this. Are those the usual starting points? Were there any special rules used? No, not special. Usual game, usual rules. Each man began with 3,500 points, and the total would be, 7,000? 7,000 points. Please, this isn't calculus, and it's not even long division. Okay. Good way you learn this. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Yes. Duh, of course. Please fish with these chips. Should I press harder? Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips. Explain. What is there to be explained? Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block. Not a motorcycle cop. Not a... Thanks. Now that I pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even? And yet, as I've been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. What? Two types of chip, 100 points and 1,000 point chip. It is not money, yes. Justice, sir. Don't you find her comment interesting? More ways than one, sir. I haven't added to her testimony myself. Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony? Add to testimony, please. Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add to the testimony. Wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind. Okay. One kind of chip is worth 100 points, other kinds worth 1,000, two kinds in all. Okay. Let me look at the evidence really quick here. Okay, so the chips... Do the chips match the picture? They do, however... Okay, if I'm not mistaken... Based on the testimony as given, so if each of the big chips are 1,000 points, there's 9,000 here, and there's 9,600, which would imply that they didn't start with 3,500. Because if we were splitting it up, you can't split this evenly. What? There's quite literally no way to split that evenly. The one who was winning, it was victim. Pen to play with all chips on table and lose. Moment lost decided. Grabs bottle from table and... Okay, I'm gonna save here. I'm pretty sure I have to just present the picture here. Because that doesn't... That math doesn't math. Present... Present... Yeah, here it is. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. Seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. Yeah, that's the thing. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see, 3 plus 1 carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. Actually, there's 10. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the smaller are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Both were right. I'm gonna save here, because now I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna start saving multiple files. I learned from Slay the Princess. Starting points were wrong. Chip count was wrong. Both were right. I think it was starting points were wrong? Or chip count. Starting points were wrong. The calculation makes the answer clear. If the total combined points at the table was 10,600, each man started the night with 5,300 points. 5,300. That's a rather half-baked score at which to start a game. Justice. Would different starting points really change anything? Crap baskets. Okay. I'm gonna load it back. We jump back really quick. I mean, it's also true, though. It is also correct, though, right? Chip count was wrong. The odd thing here is the number of chips. Right, Mr. Gavin? Why are you asking me? Just in case? Justice, it's your case I'm concerned about. If you're wondering about the chips, just look at the photograph. It's all there. Even our judge with his failing eyesight could count them. Not the only thing that's failing the judge. Let me ask you again. Right. Guess we'll just go for it. I don't know. Maybe I just need to read through. I feel like this is to stop save scumming. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, there can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around. What, you want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness, utter madness. Show me that photograph of the chips again. Oh, that makes more sense. Actually, now I see it, that makes more sense. Well, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Okay, but why is she lying about a weird detail? It's almost as if you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait, the value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Indeed, the victim did have the large number of chips still. Wait, exactly. The points are screwed up. The small chips are 1,000 points, the large chips are 100. Let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I see. The victim had 2,900, the defendant had 4,100. Well, now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. He was still winning. My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you? Okay. I like that she can catch everything like that, though. Huh. Appears our defendant has lost his motive. Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. Payne is dying with his stupid toupee. We must now... Oh, God. Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley? I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see, See what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat. No, there isn't! You can even see it. A cheat. You don't mean... a trick. Wait, or do you mean... a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That's why game ends with chips as... what's the cheat? I'm looking for what the cheating is, because the cards look the same. The cards look fine. Just great. First we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating. In the final hand. Okay, so what is her... What's she going to tell us? The last hand, both men had full house. There's 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. You look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument, duh. Ben's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hands. Poor Mr. Smith. There's no... What? Ms. Orley. Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? Thought that I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tact. They both have one, you idiot! What? Mr. Gavin, what's a full house? Lawyers these days. You don't know your poker? Can't say this bodes well for your case, or career. What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice. You know the term 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? I mean, I've played Balatro, and also poker. I remember we played poker at school, yes. It just occurred to me how weird it is that multiple groups of friends I knew, we never played for anything, but we did actually learn how to play poker at, like, on the playground. It just occurred to me that, yeah, if you had a bicycle deck, we learned how, we would play one. 2 cards of the same number make a pair, and 3 makes 3 of a kind. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. Yeah, that's... Thank you for explaining this, by the way. I mean, you can see each player's hand in this photo. Both have full houses. We forget that there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Has he ever heard of a professional conman losing when they cheat? Yeah, that's kind of the last hand. Both men had full house. I'm gonna press this really quick because I'm curious. Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway? It is quite hard, yes. It's making a pair of 3 of a kind at the same time. I guess that's right. Very difficult to be sure. I mean, it's technically just a... Well, it's basically... What are the odds of that? Because you need to get all 5... It's just basically getting 5 over 52. It's the same odds as any other 5 card hand. Take my poker head of courtroom number 3. Very difficult, but it's not impossible. Full house hard. This line of questioning, a waste of time. There is 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. You look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. How was it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. A 5th ace. I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hands had 3... Mr. Wright's had... a hand. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke. I can look at the... Alright, I feel like this one... I feel like this case... This is gonna sound weird. I feel like this case might have been a little too easy. Because you can look at this and it's like... No, that's false. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... Wait, what? This piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. Yes, please point out the contradiction in the photo. What particular point contradicts the witness's testimony? Here, actually. Point to the relevant spot. Can I... Oh, it's X. Oh, I see. Here it is. Why, it's here, of course. It's where? Where is it that you're pointing? Where, good question. Already heard today on the dangers of bluffing. Sorry, Your Honor. Better rethink this. You best point out your point again. What particular point contradicts the witness's testimony? Is it up? It's the aces. Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. Oh, I see why. Oh, I see, get it. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Okay, so... Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. I suppose the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question. You can look and see. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. I like that Apollo's very direct. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts, Mr. Gavin. Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. The cards, Mr. Payne. Yes, the players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? Defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Oh, okay. Prosecution will submit this as evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? These cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Which of these hands is more suspicious? Alright, let me save the game. I'm gonna guess that we wanna... I'm guessing we wanna look at the... Let's look at the victim's hands. I guess? Look at the victim's hand? It's the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. Defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would. Very well. Okay. Well, time's a-wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir. Okay. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using the right stick to turn it every which way and X and Y to zoom in and out. Give you a better perspective on the case. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's interesting. What? Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards, the back is a different color. That's impossible, but I put that card in Wright's hand. Back! What was that, Miss Orley? Yet. Or, I really said, duh, I have. Oh, she tried to slip a card into Phoenix Wright's hand? Your Honor, Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer. Ah. Wait, so you mean... This witness, Miss Orley. She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager. She's a professional card cheater, I see. Order in the court, I say. Focus, Justice. Time to give event. What? Okay, Apollo. Cool. Your Honor, please recall the testimony that we just heard. I'm skipping over that. I'm not reading that out loud. That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand. There we go. Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Oog. Oh, we have a new version of this one. Yeah, it's okay. I like the beat. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? He's just like, wait, what? You don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means. I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. Got him. Oh! It landed perfectly. That's amazing. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice, Your Honor. Seems that you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it. I held out. Well, that's good. See no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Objection!
Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? Think, one of the cards had a different colored back. Then you wonder what it means. What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous. Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. I mean, yeah, he does. That's fair. That's accurate. We should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. Okay, on a side note, I appreciate that this case has definitely been interesting. I do think some of the strange points that were coming up at the end of the original trilogy are kind of they've kind of grown out a little more than I expected. The good stuff is getting better, but the bad stuff is, like, not bad stuff, but like the stuff that was kind of like iffy last time is getting like more pronounced. I see it more as the game actually growing more into towards its own extremes. I do think the new tools are pretty well introduced here. They've introduced all the mechanics pretty easily. You alternate between 2 decks of cards at night. That was said before. The 2 decks of the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. Use different colors and they still got mixed up. Use the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever. In the end, 1 card was the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating. Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yeah, this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo. Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh? Might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? Okay. You know what's funny is that... Okay, funny thing, I actually think it was after. I think it could have been after, and I think it was because... My thought process is it would have been... When was the card swapped into the deck? When was the card swapped into the deck? Well, it would have been before... Well, it must have happened before the murder. I mean, during the game. I wonder. Not why. Think, when you're playing poker, which side of the cards face your opponent? The back. Not something the poker head of court number 3 would be likely to miss. Let me think about this some more. Well, then it had to be after. Perhaps it happened after the murder? What's that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly. Objection! Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown. After the murder. Okay, this is going past silly straight on to crazy. Ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes, a simple, yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room, alive that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. Is it bad that someone else sounds very funny? But it must have been Olga Orley who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of the cheating. That does make some sense. Sorry, but there's a problem with that explanation. The swapped card was from the wrong deck. Yes, blue card struck from into her hand. Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors. Remember that you're talking about Olga Orley. She was the dealer. You really think she would make such a novice mistake? Actually, I have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake. Give it a little more thought, Apollo. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orley, either. It's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As a defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point. Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share at the court, Mr. Wright. Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all this is. Fun, how about you confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. The one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant. It wasn't Miss Orley. Then who was it? I mean, it'd be the victim. It'd be the... Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. New direction. We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And someone made 2 critical mistakes. Junior tells the first swapping the wrong color card. The one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of the card were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Person replaced the 5th ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace, after all. Now, all they knew is that the game had to be one with a full house, so they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. Oh, I see what the problem is now, is that the victim... According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. So it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there the night at the scene of the crime. Why? Okay, I have a question. Why did he hold on to this fact for a while? We, the judge, spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. This trial has proceeded on one central assumption, namely that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. We, the new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. Problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. Suppose that is a problem, yeah. What is up with Phoenix right now? Adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Honor. Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes. What, did, like... I have a question. Did Phoenix Wright, like, take some notes from Wendy Oldbag to come up with this kind of crazy stuff? That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. Suddenly claimed there's another person at the scene of the crime like that. Must ask, is it the truth? Well, now, I think you would know the answer to that. Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. You haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff. Justice. Yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chamber, so carry on without me. I think I know who Kristoff's parentage is, and it worries me. I don't know, something, like... There's something about Kristoff that makes me confused, and I'm like, Now, are you who I think you are, is the question. Did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. It's a picture of my daughter in there. Can I open it? Oh, look how tiny she is! Wait a minute. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never, honest, but... What the heck did you do, Phoenix? It is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker's like trial law. Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding. That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No, come on, who'd notice that? Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for the reading. Are you telling me that this game's going to actually introduce stuff like that? Like, unironically? Because the people would move around in the other 3 games, but I don't think it had any correlation to the, like, to giving off the, which one's the correct choice to make. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice to make. Because they... If that's actually true, then that means that if you're looking closely, you could theoretically use the character sprites to get every right answer. The secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will, soon. I almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. What? I knew it. I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me. I need your power. My own power? I had no idea my Court of Steel were that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. What the heck is he talking about? Why is he being so vague? To be continued. What? Save your current progress. What? Why is he being so vague, Phoenix? You know what's funny is I'm thinking about the fact that Phoenix never, like, he hated it when people were vague in the first game, and now it's like, in the first 3 games rather, and now it's like, all right, cool, I've aged into not being the playable character, time to be annoyingly vague. It's like, oh, come on, man. Next chapter. What? Wait, we go to the next chapter. What? How does that work? Oh wait, no, this is still episode 1, but there's multiple chapters, I see, okay. I don't know, something in me was like, please tell me this game's not gonna be, like, horrendously short. The witness Miss Olga Orley recovered. Yes, Your Honor. Very well, she's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again. That's thinking she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Brain. It's worth pointing out Phoenix Wright is actually frequently vague to others in the main trilogy who are always in his head. Oh, that's... Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe I need to reread some of his dialogue, because it feels like... Oh, you know what? Now I'm thinking... Now it's coming back to me. Whenever he starts... You know what? Him and Apollo do the same thing. When they start describing their thought process, they... It's like they take it... They're like, oh yeah, let's lead with this weird question. And then we get into it. That's true. I guess it's just weird seeing... Like, you have to imagine the respective people in that case where Maya was kidnapped. True. I'm just thinking about the fact that it feels like... I guess it's just that when he was questioning people, you know, the man would not give a clear answer to anyone. That was also, I guess that was also that he literally was under, threat of the killer. Because Shelley did have that down. Fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. Defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well. Witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Not. Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. Okay, that took a turn. People call me Olga Quickfingers Orley. Oh, really? Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like, oh, really? There, that's the truth. Hope you're satisfied. Why does she look like Lana? Witness, you'll tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan. See. Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine. Oh yeah, she's lying. She's like, yep, I'm not gonna lie at all. Wink. That's true though. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game, as a waitress. So you're in cahoots with the victim. Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. Winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It's about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant really. See, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands are revealed, Smith would call them out and search Wright. You'd then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. So you swap the cards. Okay. Expose the cheater and losing on top of it. It would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed, getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. Oh, really, Orley? How droll. Appears you made quite the mistake. I agree, the trap was elegant, yet what happened to the planted card? Yeah, it's right. He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quickfingers Orley. Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Cute? Who wants to be cute? To be fair, she is very pretty. Not cute. I'm bad. You're bad. I mean, Orley, to be fair, wait, she has a card-themed bandana on her head. She has a dealer outfit, and she looks cool. Man, she's cool. I like her. When you're through being bad, could you testify to the court? Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Yeah, I guess Phoenix Wright was also kind of vague, but I guess it's just something... You know what it probably is? Just that when I think about the testimonies laid out in the first 3 games, a lot of the times some people would be less direct if they were trying to lie, but... Yeah, no, Phoenix Wright was also kind of weird about that. I guess it's just like, it's bizarre seeing him get so weird in the interim. Planted the card like I was supposed to, and Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him, but the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith, it was that no-good cheating defendant. Wait, a surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. Trap was perfect, I tell you, perfect, if that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking. Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Alright. Let's see what we can get out of this. Also, the animations are really smooth now with the different sprites now. Look pretty good. Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to, then Smith searched him. Okay, I'm just gonna start pressing stuff. Let's start pressing things. This planted card, which card was it exactly? The trump card, the 5 of hearts. Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to switch the 5 with the ace to make a full house. What? At least that's what you were going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend. Slid it into Wright's pocket. When was this? By before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Borscht Bowl Club, we serve borscht and suckers. Remind me never to go there. Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. A good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken. What? Wright lost the land like he was supposed to, then Smith searched him. So everything went according to plan. Exactly. 5th ace came up, so it's obvious the switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in his pocket, Wright would be forever known as a cheat and a fraud. What needs to be known as, I suppose. Okay. The planted card was gone, the trap failed. Okay, let's keep pressing stuff. We have an ad break, but I'll press stuff. Let's see. Card disappeared. Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone. Without a trace. Poof. Zippo. We searched every nook and cranny, even inside his cute little hat. The card is nowhere to be found. Is this correct? Never in my long storied career, never has Quick Fingers Orly been so readily duped. Oh, really? So what did happen to the 5 of hearts? Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defend? 5 of hearts is still missing in action. Let me check the court record really quick. Because I'm pretty sure we can find it. We might be able to find the card. There's a 5 of hearts. There's a hearts card on the floor. Let's see. I see a 5 down there, but I don't see... Yeah, I don't see anything here. Weird. Okay. Picked up a bottle and swung it. Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? He searched Mr. Wright, thoroughly, and found nothing, which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. Well... What was that just now? I sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice. Nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Did I press her a little harder? Yes. Miss Orly, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? Oh, she's sweating. Me, Quick Fingers Orly, hiding something. I mean, yeah. The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. Saw it when Wright hit him. With my own eyes, I saw it. It's weird vibe I'm getting. That witness, for instance, Miss Orly, who touched the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Yeah, so she's... Did you notice? Yeah, she's doing it right now. Touching her neck, was it? Whoa. What? Why are we zoomed in on her face? Whoa, what's going on? Is he learning how to perceive? Okay, hang on. We're gonna pause here for a moment. I need some water. Hang on. Yeah, jeez. Okay. What is happening? Can I just say that Apollo learning how to inspect somebody is very funny? Like, ah, yes, I can tell when somebody's lying because they have a nervous tick. I see. He's hard focusing on it. Sensation, it's coming into focus. There, that twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit, like I couldn't before. Perceive. Gotcha! Gotcha? The eyeball. Miss Orley, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? What indeed, Justice? Hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. A memory? Well, would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? What is he going on about? It's highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. Okay, we need to save the game really quick, because now I'm curious. Okay. So, what would remind her most of the moment of the crime? Ms. Orley, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it when you talk about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. Believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression of your neck is this. Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck, and what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle of the murder weapon? But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim who was hit. Not you. I see. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits are completely irrelevant. Justice. I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Miss Orley, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Yet, I am knowing nothing. Did she just slide back down? We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please. Now. Ah, fine. Here we go. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there. Unless I'm mistaken, that's impossible. Present. That one's easy. That one's very easy, because it's the phone. Miss Orley, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. She's like, We know the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made the phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club. She's like, ah. So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. That's the breakdown we were looking for. The freaky face. The man who picked up the bottle and swung it at that night wasn't the defendant. Who was it then? What the whole? This is such a bizarre animation too. Showdown time. You dirty cheat. Check his pockets now. It's gone. Card's gone. You lose. Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me. You, some master cheater you turned out to be. Oh, so that explains this animation. And it explains why she went ee. It's the same noise. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. Payne had to go through the worst day of his life after he got... Actually, no, the second worst day of his life. He got that haircut. Must have been me who was hit with a bottle when I'm imagining all of this. It's Payne's cutting the circulation off to his brain because he put on that toupee. It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end. And frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin? Sir? I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Orley a big fat liar. What? 3 were in that room the night of the murder, the defendant, victim, and her, and she has a motive. A motive? Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder. What? I'm no killer. It's a trap, someone's trying to frame me. Alright. What tangles we weave when we practice to deceive? What tangle we catch ourselves in the process? Mr. Wright, such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card is swapped into the victim's hand after the murder, and the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of the cards being used. A 4th person. Ah, this theory again. Your 4th person doesn't exist. Indeed, that's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. Perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal? Oh, I see. Phoenix... You know what I just realized? Phoenix Wright did the thing he did in every other case when there's like, oh, there's another person, by the way. I'm now realizing how... You know what's the thing? I think putting it in retrospective... Oh my god, Phoenix Wright absolutely is like has pulled so much bullcrap in his career. It's like, listen, what if there is another person? I'm thinking about that circus case where it's like, what if somebody died to a lion? And it's like, I'm sorry, dog, what are you talking about? It's like, dog, how did you get to this point? How did you figure this out? Well, I guess you know what it comes down to? It's what Mia told him in the beginning of the game. Like, the very first thing he learned is if you take out all of the other possibilities, all that's left is the truth. No matter how weird it is, the truth is all that's left once you remove all possibility. And I feel like Phoenix is the best case of let's do that every time. If you just chase every thread to their maximum conclusion, you'll end up somewhere and it'll always be the truth. Right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Remember what I said. The 4th person who swapped the cards made one critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there's one person here, in our court, who thought those cards were blue. I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you could figure out who it was. It's not me, I swear. Who is this 4th person? I don't always get put on the spot like this. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Hang on. I need to save my game, because I'm like, who's who? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? Okay, wait a minute. It's not Phoenix Wright. If it has to be a whole other person, it's not Payne. God, what did he do to his hair? Every time I look at Payne, I'm just like, what did you do to yourself, man? It couldn't have been Olga. It couldn't have been... No. That doesn't make any sense. Also, he's 32. You're 33? Why are you in your 30s and talk like you're in your 50s? Age, don't know. 61, 21. You're 21 and you're a seasoned criminal already? Good lord, lady. I wish I was that successful at 20. Jeez. I don't like that. That doesn't make sense. As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. I was right? Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night. But, of course, Mr. Guest knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table. But, look. You can see the colors... No, you can't. Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. It's true in the game poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. Yes, test of wits with silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final... Okay, I will say, if this game has... I was correct in my assumption. This game is, like, driving the extremes on both ends. Like, the skill... Here's the thing. Some of the stuff, like some of the little jokes, like Apollo saying the take advantage joke, and some of the entirety of the judge, if those things are getting a little bit weirder, oh my god, the intricacy of these cases is already... Like, this is already way further out than the original game. It's like, oh yeah, we just hinted this in the beginning, and if... I didn't even think about the fact that he mentioned that before we even saw the cards' colors. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, be mysterious now, are we? Deflection. Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. You of all people should know what I meant by suggesting a fourth person. Be mysterious now, are we? Oh my god. You know what's even weirder about this? Is that in my mind, I'm also thinking the fact that they threw in such a, like, you don't notice that on your first read because you're not thinking about that sort of thing. The fact that, oh my god, the fact that he gave it away so early, that's such a bold thing. Oh my god, it's such a weird detail. That's the thing, by the end of the third game, they were doing stuff like this, where they were getting so intricate with all their cases. And now we're starting this game with this kind of stuff. I am going to be so paranoid playing all of the cases. Well, Christoph. Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? Huh? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph. You know, even I'd never take a joke this far. This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder. I assure you, I'm quite sane. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well, what if they have? Huh? There is a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was saying silent about? Only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court. Objection! The defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin? Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? Not sure I follow Mr. Gavin. Wait, but we talked about the whole cheating thing, and that happened before the game. To explain before, the defense believes that Miss Orley... Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yes. This is Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along, and I intend to see it through. Defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. Me too, Justice. You would betray me, your teacher. I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Defendant Mr. Wright will take the stand, please. Okay, I am already so confused by how this is landing. As a start for the case, you have to take on this kind of... The start of this game starting like this, this case is absolutely crazy. Imagine a judge called Mr. Gavel. It would be pretty good. That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder. I dine with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder. Right against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You're playing this all along, weren't you, right? Because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then and now. Thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. Here's that I was wrong. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Shoot, Takumi, what if Mia was a criminal? What if Mia was a criminal? Man, wouldn't that be crazy? Sir, he's lying and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright, this can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? Yeah, we couldn't get a guy like, oh god, what's the name of the very first criminal? Because he was really bad at his job. Like, he hit a lady over the head and that was it. I guess, by the way, I should mention this. I do own a Thinker statue now. I actually do have one. Frank saw it. Yeah, that's right. Frank saw it. I actually do own a Thinker statue. I think I got it the same year after we finished. No, I got it after I finished the Ace Attorney trilogy. I got it from an estate sale. I actually do have a Thinker statue. It doesn't have. It's not a clock, but I do have a statue. Sat at the table in this photograph. J.D. Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith is uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead. Blood streaming from cut on his forehead. I want to press this one real quick. When you returned, the victim was already dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? He was bleeding from his forehead, after all. I guess I'd be startled, too, if I walked in on a scene like that. So I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Question. There's no blood here. He's wearing a white suit.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes? Take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here. He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think that you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. What is this, man? Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? Ah, forgot to mention something. I was the one who put the hat on his head. Eh? You? You put the hat on the dead man's head. He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like in this photograph. And I picked his hat up off the floor and put it on his head. Why'd you do a thing like that? All I can say is, I'm sorry. That's the only thing I touched at the crime scene. So, Miss Orley didn't see it. It being the victim's, or his head. I'd think not, she was out cold. We've also the only one who witnessed his head. Here we go again. Mr. Gavin. Pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case. He's still our client, isn't he? This is so weird. Please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. Just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Oh, I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore. Let's see, Kristoff and I had dinner, sat at the table in this photograph. Oh god. I gotta read more of the evidence because I am so freaking confused, man. This is so, like, it's so well written, but it's also really concerning me. It's like, what do you mean? Okay, do we have any new evidence? No. Okay, girls knocked out cold, Smith is uncontrollable, I left to call the police. The trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. What did he... About this failed trap, this is the same trap that Miss Olga Orley mentioned. Plan was simple, elegant really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. Plan a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. And deal 5 aces during one of their games. Okay, so now we can learn how he... Maybe we can learn how he got it. So he swapped the cards. Okay, so let's see what's the truth here. Oh, jeez. This game is actually already cooking. It's been 2 hours. Holy crap! Can I just say I forgot? Also, it wasn't the first case. The first case of the first game, wasn't it only like an hour or something? I don't even know if it was that long. I just remember like it was just teaching us the basic mechanics, and we put Frank Saw It in jail. I just remember Larry being kind of stupid, but like, that's just Larry. Harmless prank in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card she planted. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. Had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card. For the game. Not an elegant plan if you could just put his hand in his pocket and find it. Yeah, really. Disposed where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the an empty bottle of grape juice. The murder weapon. Oh, that's why his fingerprints are inverted. Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. Oh, a battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. Sounds like terrific drama. I mean, it kind of is, actually. A card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the poker head of court number 3 approves of this battle of wits. Hang on. I need a look. Bottle is completely empty. Why do you lie about this? Please revise your testimony with this new information. Discover the trap during the game. Dispose of the card in the bottle. That one... Okay, this new system is weird. Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes? I've examined the bottle, and I don't see any card in here. Huh? No? What, Mr. Wright? Surely... Is it a... Wait, did he... How do you say in ellipses? How'd you do that? Wait, Judge, wait, go back... pardon my language here, but back the fuck up. What do you mean you... How did you say in ellipses? I'm sorry. Pardon my language, but how did you do that? Did you just say in a space of silence? How? I'm like, it just caught me so off guard. How'd he do that? Surely. I don't know why that just... How did he do that? Everyone is just speaking ellipses. Yeah, but like, how do you like throw it in the middle of a sentence? You're normally just a text box. Like, normally the text box having 3 ellipses just means, oh, he's staying quiet. Like, he's not saying it, but like, how did he say it? He put it in the box? I can't say that I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however. Huh? Perhaps a 5th person came and took it out. Oh, and a 6th person could have helped. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. Won't have you disparaging our investigation either. You looked inside that bottle, there was nothing. What's going on? Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? Wait, that's enough of that. Mr. Gavin? This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. You need to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here, eh? When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. A reason. That reason is right here. Your cell phone. That night, recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case I recorded our conversation. What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. Oh no. Christoph, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well. Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? Turned out to be dead. Someone hit him, hard. I mean, someone cracked that flawless bone china pate. It wasn't you, was it? Me, please. The cops should be here any minute. In your hands, should it come to that. Bone china plate? A kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, not plate, but pate. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Thank you, Judge. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club. Most certainly. Then, how did he know? When did he see this bone china pate? Oh, that's right! Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. When I spotted Mrs. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court. Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? Gavin's flowery language is always downfall. Stop being poetic. So, this is your reason. Is it bad that my brain is like, what, is Mr. Gavin like a fake name? Is he actually a Von Karma? The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin. It's come down to this, has it? Phoenix Wright. Like, what is he? What is he, like the incarnation of the original Von Karma? Of order. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear Defense Attorney Gavin's testimony? Yeah, what? Well, as the prosecutor, Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes, after which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Are we all clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well. This will be the final recess of the day. This case is a lot longer than the original game. I think even the first 3 games, I don't think the introductory case was this long. Because this has been 2 straight hours of, like, case. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright, both in the judge's chamber. Who thought today would turn out like this? May I? What the? Huh? What? Hello, sir. Please, pick a card. What's all this about? Is this one okay? Excellent. I have a message for you. Last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it. A trump card? The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all. Why is... an ace? Where do I remember that card from? Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It was 5 aces in all. It is true, I have seen it. The 5th ace. It was cheating, I swear to you. Okay. The missing 5th ace. Wait, this blotch of red. This blood? You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it. She is adorable, by the way. What the heck? This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth. Man, we're doing card stuff. It's like Chain of Memories. Felt deep in the thought as my mind raced to understand what this is all meant. Are you telling me that Apollo Justice is gonna have to convict his own master? The girl, I'd seen her recently, but where? Oh, okay, Apollo, are you that face blind? That's when I made the connection. Dude, are you that face blind, or is it just like, are you tired? Okay, real talk. Who's the mom? Bloody ace added to the court record. Who's the mom? Oh, there we are. I do like how Apollo Justice looks. He's pretty good. I do like his rolled up sleeves. I think he looks more like... he looks more like he's actually working. Defense Attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? He reminds me a bit of when the... You know what? He does remind me of the police chief. He reminds me of the police chief in his stance. Yes, Your Honor. Will the witness state his name and occupation? Is this farce necessary, Your Honor? Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. Me thinking about us cross-examining a parrot? Fine, I'll play along. First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith is bald. Forgive my curiosity, what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
Objection!
I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. What the? Oh, hey! Oh, we get his music. Oh my god, I immediately felt the rush of emotions. Mr. Wright, what do you think you're doing right? Wow, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo. Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off except for that one time. That one time being the instant he was hit. Oh! When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to have been there in the hideout at the time of the crime. In other words, I must be the real killer. This is what you're trying to say. Not bad, Apollo. He's laughing like a villain, Mr. Gavin. Afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court. What? Oh, I assure you, I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet, I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what has happened that night. Alright, here we go. Finally, you may begin your testimony. Tell us, how are you involved in the events of that fateful night? Here we go. Here we go, let's do it. The rage I sensed of that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement, peeked in through the little window to the hideout. Must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead. He appeared in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Since that was not the best place for me to be at the time, and so I left. That's when the call came from Wright. Is it funny that So you witnessed the murder? For better or for worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Sir Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand after all. So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through the little window. Mr. Wright? I had to say that, because that was the only probable window of opportunity. Right, Apollo? Here we go. Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not you, the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. Here we go. Is it bad that I kind of know what the problem is with his testimony? And it's that I don't think that's a window. Can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial's getting weirder and weirder. Okay, let me check the evidence, though, to be sure. Hang on. I just want to make sure. Is that actually a window? Because it looks more like a cabinet more than anything. It doesn't look like a window you could see through. Ran to the club, went down to the basement, and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. That's when right after the murder took place. The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. Bald head, unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Since that was not the best place for me to be at the time, so I left. The call came from... But he said he called the police first. That... Nope, crap. Okay. Not sure I follow you. Okay. I need to save again, because I don't think that won me any points to the judge. Hang on. Good lord, this case took so many goddamn turns. What the hell? This is awesome, though. It's like, all right, cool. Now prosecute your own master. So the call came from Wright. Used by the defendant to notify the police from the... That was not the best place for me to be at the time, so I left. Bald head, a conscious girl. Victim was dead as he appears in the photo. Must have been right after the murder took place. I'm gonna ask about this, actually. The little window. You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs? Relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used it, I believe. Why did you go through the trouble peeking in through that window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go into the room? I didn't want to upset Wright, you see. Upset Mr. Wright, yes. But my fears have been unfounded. I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least. So far, everything he's saying makes sense. Okay. It's been right after... Wait, so... It says here, a return to the club. So he returned, did that. He smiles whenever he's saying something weird. The cabinet is a separate aspect of the room. Yeah, okay, I see it now. I think it's just because it looks weird. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about it, because it looks weird. Unconscious girl, Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Since that was not the best place to best place to be. I feel like it's whenever he smiles that he's like saying something weird. That's the thing that's giving me the weirdest like vibes. Something about him smiling makes me nervous. There are only those three at the scene of the crime. Yes, as far as I saw, at least. Then we're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. What else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
Objection!
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. Justice, I just said I saw no one, not a soul. That goes against what Mr. Wright said. As this mysterious fourth person would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. I see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary. How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the fifth ace. Fifth ace, right. Oh, Mr. Justice. Swap out the killer's memories. Can you point to a reason? Not yet. No, not yet, Your Honor. Not yet. Pathetic. Not yet. Try not ever. Oh, Mr. Gavin. Apollo. Don't forget, you already know the answer. You just don't realize it yet. You want to think it over again, okay? Okay, I need to look at this again. Went down. I'm gonna save the game. I think it is. I think I do have the evidence to present for this, but I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be correct. Okay. I think I know what the actual deal is, but I'm a little concerned. Okay. Alright, so let's go. What possible reason would they have to swap cards in the hand? So yeah, we just need to showcase the fifth ace. It's now or never. The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out. You go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the fifth ace? Can I present the fifth ace?
Take that!
My reason is this. Is that an ace? Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade. What? Christoph, oh yeah, Christoph's mad. This is insane. Why wasn't I told about this? Could this be the missing fifth ace? Inconceivable. How could you? What are you doing with that card? Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards are her stock and trade, after all.
Objection!
No, impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How could you be so sure? What? I would think that the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. That little twitch, by the way, that little twitch of the mouth. Funny thing, I actually have something similar to that when I get mad. I love this play. The fact that Phoenix pulled a fast one on Christoph is so wild to me. What if this trace of blood was the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and at the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards? Suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Objection!
Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh? Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence. We can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question. What are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now, I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see.
Objection!
Why is he objecting more than me? It's basic conjecture baseless.
Objection!
Oh, there we go. Well, I assure you it's quite bait. I need this. I need this. This was in 2008. I'm sorry for sounding like a train whistle. I can't. 2000. This is 2007. No, this is 2007, according to the copyright. 2007, it said. 2007, well, whatever, 2007, 2008. I assure you, it's quite based. It doesn't matter what year it is. It's mid 2000s. This guy's saying it's based. This is a picture I need immortalized. I need this framed. I need this exact screenshot framed. I need this on like my wall. I need it right over there with the French women and the Yu-Gi-Oh posters. Prophetic. Oh my god. I need this up there. Actually, where would it fit? Ah, god damn. I don't know where that would fit. Oh, the clip buttons. Oh, there it goes. I'm thinking about just like, I assure you it's quite big. I can't. I need it. Okay, I need click. What? I mean, I would say that too if someone said it's quite based. It's amazing, really, how a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? Try picturing the scene of the crime in your head. It puts the card behind him. Whoa! Whoa! Can I just say, that is a wild transition to 3D. Look at that. The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Power of the DS. Given this, there's one decisive problem with the scene. What is it? Keep in mind, shall we, given there's a drop of blood on the card, whose position in the diagram doesn't fit? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, or the second witness? Actually, I think it's the victim.
Take that!
Well, isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice. Well, look, the victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. You think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Ah! Take a look at the photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall onto the floor, not on the cards. That's right. So what does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. Swivel chairs? Oh man. Paul, try turning the chair around. Recreate the crime scene. The chair was facing the other way. Oh, it would have to be. So, we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police which way was the chair facing. When I came back to the room, the body was facing a scene in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. We'll get the diagram once more. God damn, Phoenix! How did you plan this? Good lord, man! Like, we know the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder, but this creates another significant contradiction. Again? I feel like Payne is actually gonna have a heart attack this time. Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on the diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses. Whose location creates a contradiction that the victim was facing away? Olga? I think it's Olga.
Take that!
Maybe? The contradicting point is the location of the witness. Maybe what is the witness's location contradict? This is unclear even to me. One does not announce one's own ignorance with such aplomb. Oops. Okay, that's my bad. Just in case. We save again. Okay, we're good. I have to take pride in something. Perhaps you would be kind enough to try again. Okay, so... The witnesses are the... Is it the killer? I guess it would be the killer, then. I don't know, I thought Olga's would be weird, because... Victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Sitting where his indicator currently is? I think it would be quite hard, yes. Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. What? There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Paul, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking on the diagram. There's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Don't worry, let's think it through and see what we find. You know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. It's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? Here. Here? Because you could swing sideways. Here.
Take that!
Well, I guess the killer would have to be, here? Anything to say, Mr. Justice? Oof. Just in case we end up losing all of our stamina. Or getting close. I'm sorry. A little late for that, I'm afraid. Give me a little hint. Try not to overthink things, Apollo. What does your instinct tell you? Like, here?
Take that!
God dang it. Game, help me out here. Alright, come on, game. Well, wait, if it's like, forget everything else, then where would he have to be standing? Because I'm like, I think I'm close, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? Fine. Here?
Take that!
God dang it. Here. You get points for flair, but that's about all you get. Thought I was onto something there, too. I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim is facing a solid cupboard. Or are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? Simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that, at the very moment of the crime... Wait, I know. The moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there. What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Ah, Your Honor? What? There's one more thing you men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. Huh? Yes. I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. Okay, I'm guessing that Kristoff had to have done something. While we wait, let's forge ahead here. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. The killer was standing at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here. Which means... Paul, try moving the cupboard. Ah, yes, DS stuff. It was in front of the window. As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my, what's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Oh dang. Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point to the new contradiction indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, and the second witness? Yeah, it's the second witness, because he can't see through that window. Look at that! My throat is going hoarse, by the way. I've talked a lot today. About this cupboard, are we all okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. Ah, that's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin. What did you say? Oh? Is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool? Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was. Well, the window to the room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from? Oh, yeah, that little like lip twitch, that's something I do. Because I don't get like loud angry, I get like I get cold angry. Excuse me, Your Honor. Order. This is a court of law and I will have order. We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. Oh? And what did they find? Well, Your Honor, turns out there is a secret passage behind it. What? Ah, I see. Ah, yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks of the room many of our regulars know about. I do remember saying something about that, now that he mentions it. A secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. Well, the room has a secret passage. Where does it go? Man, these 3D graphics do actually look kind of cool, though. This would have been so sick on the DS. Holy crap. The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. Holy crap. Is he wearing a sweater under there? Or is his... See where a line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for the few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. And then the chance came, and he took it. Oh. Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help. Ms. Ogle Orley was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. He wheeled his chair around to look and... After the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red. Huh. I'm really confused, but holy crap. Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne! Yerk? Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue its investigation. So Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Let's see. Believe me when I say I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest. Immediately.
Objection!
What? You're objecting being arrested? Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. What are you talking about, man? It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me? What is he talking about? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. This trial hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. Not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence.
Objection!
Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin, is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance. Bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? Not just any fingerprints. Am I right, Mr. Payne? Actually, yes. Fingerprints on the bottle were, upside down. Well, that would have been when he put in the... I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. The court, in this case, demand an explanation. Think of only one reason why one would hold the bottle upside down, and that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor. Let's see. See how the caught fish squirms to the last? Well, Apollo? Yes? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. Saving the game again. We're gonna use so many save slots. We're gonna use all of them. Oh man, what a tutorial. This is supposed to be the first case? Holy crap, dude. If you are new to the series getting into this, this would have been insane. How would you have even handled this? No suitable explanation, just like that. Yeah, just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. Maybe you'll find a simple answer there, in plain sight. Let me just say the answer in plain words. It would be hasty to deliver a verdict without unanswered questions, indeed. Okay, let's see. Save the game one more time while we're closer. Let's look at the evidence really closely, figure it out. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Gavin said that the court in this case demand an explanation. Don't worry, justice won't leave until justice is done. Of course. The defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down? Okay, wait, I'm trying to think ahead. Why would it be upside down? It's not the bottle, but I'm actually thinking... I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's either this photo or the ace. Because either his daughter picked up the ace from the bottle. Okay, real talk. Let me look at this card. Oh, it's red. Okay, so it's either the ace or this photo. Because this photo shows that the things were sitting next to him when they were talking. And he would have very easily could have picked it up like upside down, like he could reach down and grab it to pick it up. But that doesn't make 100% sense either. I want to say it's that photo. But I think it's wrong. I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
It's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me? On the floor. Yes. Now, reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair. Ah! See? You naturally go for the pick of the bottle by its neck. With your fingers. Upside down. Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor on the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Can't believe it was that simple. Okay, we have an ad break. I need to drink some water and like stretch a moment because holy crap, I am like, oh my goodness. I feel like also Phoenix Wright making a habit of drinking grape juice is very funny. Oh jeez. I guess funny thing, I know that I have basically the same habit but cranberry juice. I think I've been drinking cranberry juice since I was like 5 or something. I don't know. Why I don't get infections very often. Actually, I don't think I've ever had an infection of that type. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this game really does require a lot of talking. Maybe I need to do Chords of Steel training. I don't know. Ah, jeez. Yeah, the back of my throat is like, okay, getting a little scratchy here. Oh, jeez. Tough thing with games where it's a lot of reading, it is more talking than usual. Which is kind of funny, given that, you know, it's like I talk all the time during stream anyway. So it's kind of bizarre. And it's just like... It's very bizarre. It's just like, it's a lot. Oh boy, I'm giving my throat a moment as best I can. Oh boy. Okay, taking a moment, letting my throat rest. Let's see. Oh boy, okay. Whew. Sorry, I just needed like a moment to like... I think some of it was just like... I think it's just also that when I have to enunciate so much, I'm like trying to make sure my words are all as clear as I can get them, so... Ooh, okay. Recall our dinner that evening, Kristoff. Why is his hair such a needle? I was drinking my usual juice then, too. I think the only thing we're missing now is motive. Oh boy. Basically, use the bottle on the table to do the deed. Then you must have remembered. You went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano. You switched the bottles. Took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Huh. Okay, we're back. He's calling order again. What are you gonna say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? Fascinating. This is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle. Where is your proof? He has the proof. As I thought, more baseless conjecture. Afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, you recall I requested an additional investigation. Ah, yes. I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. What, are you gonna dust that for fingerprints too? I'd be surprised if there were any on that but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. The bottle won't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes. Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? Just humor me. Oh, Jesus. Why'd you have to... The bottle will solve this case once and for... Oh my god, I know what it is. Oh, look at that. The card! There's something inside this bottle. The freaking card that he mentioned earlier, because he shoved it in there. So when he swapped the when Kristoff swapped the bottles, he took the 5 of hearts with him. Oh, hey, that was a nice animation. A crumpled up 5 of hearts. What's this? That card! It can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. For Miss Olga Orley? Yeah. Our little swindling Devochka. Is that what you're gonna call that? That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to, and Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him, but the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in that piece of testimony? Yeah, now we're going through it. Happened to put that... I put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yeah, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. Had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. So yeah, he... That's the card. The 5 of hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped, and the only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Kristoff Gavin. Is he gonna do the thing like the other guy? Why did he raise the borscht with him? Payne is so confused. How did he float the borscht? Telekinesis. That is all. He floated borscht. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? This is... What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? Payne doesn't get to do anything. Payne had to survive this. He had to survive the case. That's what happened. It's time we finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have any report for us on Kristoff Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on that matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler, an odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good, Mr. Wright, yes? 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Kristoff Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. First is a place where no injustice would be tolerated. This courtroom. Second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. Oh, Apollo is a good man. This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. You have to set it right. Mr. Right. Aww. Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. In the big font. Can I just say, of all the characters I've ever played as in any game, I will confess that Phoenix Wright in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I need to show you guys more of that because he's hilarious. Court is adjourned. Holy, what a freaking case. It's almost been 3 hours. This is the first case of the game, and it is 3 hours. What is the second case even gonna be? Are we gonna be here for like a freaking... Like, we're gonna be here for like 2 streams for 1 case. Holy crap. Came through just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. Gav, the killer. I couldn't have done it myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yeah. A sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness then. So you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? This is weird vibe I'm getting. What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Phoenix. The answer, right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Oh, wait. You don't know, do you? This locket is the key. Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Okay. I almost feel like I need to end stream soon because I'm like, my brain is so like fried out. Like, holy crap, dude. Your daughter, right? That's right. She's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. Eh? I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. The truth is, this locket really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury. You testified. You said that locket was yours. Said no such thing, actually, huh? I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. So I can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo, yes? How about coming to work for me? Eh? You mean at the Wright & Co. Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. Can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but didn't you... You're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes, but I'm not an attorney anymore. Oh, but he owns the offices still. That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man. Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. What actually happened in that case? You ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? Talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence. You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think that the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Oh, so the evidence... My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney? Apollo. So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago. None of that matters much now, does it? I don't think I understand. I punched him. Your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Just right. Oh, about your uppercut. Try yelling. Take that. Next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. Had a good time. There are so many questions. What happened 7 years ago? What did you do, Phoenix? What did you do, Phoenix? What did you do? And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. He's such a character. He got punched in the face, said, oh yeah, when you uppercut somebody, make sure you say, take that. I mean, that's true. He's been in a fighting game. So let me get this straight. I'm thinking about, like, wait, so wasn't there forged evidence in the first game as well? And the special episode, and the third game had it too, I think. Phoenix had to do so much stuff to try and be a good attorney, and then it's like, what did he do? What did he actually do? Though I guess to be fair, the card itself, you know what's the thing I'm thinking with the card? Is that it's still like Kristoff's, if like that, even if you had a forgery, that's still it's like he would only know that the card was a fake if he knew that where the real one was. That means the real card is still somewhere, like he would know where it is. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. I'm guessing this is similar to the first game in the original series, where every single case is connected to the original, like the cardinal sin of the series. Namely that Von Karma shot the crap out of the defense attorney. Name is Apollo Justice Attorney Alon. This is how my story begins. Good God, man. Holy. Save current progress. Okay. Okay, can I just say my thought process right now is I don't know if we want to start the next episode right now. Because I feel like that... I don't know if we can start the next episode, because the next one's probably going to be so long. Like, holy crap, dude. But that said, it's only been 2 hours. I want to keep playing, but I'm also like... It's a little bit of the same tricky pull in Tigre, where he said the unrelated bottle contained the poison. Tigre's mad and stupid enough to correct him. Yes, that's right. You know what? That's actually a fair point. It's like... Because he never presents it as evidence. He presents it as, oh yeah, this is the thing. And I think Kristoff was smart enough to know... I think Kristoff was smart enough to know that he had, like... He actually did end up inadvertently, like, revealing... He kind of got caught in the catch-22 of either say that's the real ace and yep, that's the real one. Or if he knows it's the fake one, then he has to present the real one. Which presents even more problems. Like, okay, how did you know that that was the fake one? That makes sense. You know what? No, we'll just... No, not hit return to games menu. God dang it. I think we'll just keep going. I think we'll just... Load game. Let me continue. Turnabout corner. We'll keep going. I guess the thing I don't want is I don't want to start an episode and end up having to stop it midway. I don't know. I feel like with the first game, I'm thinking of when we did that, it kind of felt like I'd end up going to the case again kind of confused. As long as we draw... Let's see. The Wheel of Fate turns. What is happening? I am wondering if we should continue or not, but I think we can. Bidding big crimes and little crimes together. When the wheel stops... What is happening? You die. What is happening, man? June 15th, 9:12 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it. I was screwed. Oh, okay. Even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Huh. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. Law Offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. Hi, I must be here for the interview. Right this way. Hello there, you found the right place. Welcome. Alright, we're gonna start the case. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin what? Oh my god, she's adorable. Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. She's adorable. Why is her collarbone so defined? Well, I guess they still have Charlie. They potted plant Mia cared for. Oh, the plant! I forgot they named it. I didn't even know. I forgot they... Defending. Unusual talent, but it'll do. A little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead. Show me. Defend. Just give it all you got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson. A professional can perform anywhere. Why is there a tiny guillotine? Why is there a tiny guillotine? We want people to be laughing with us. Not at us. Thanks. I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend. No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Oh, the Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? Came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. I see. But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign up front again. So to read, look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Look at the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. Trucy Wright CEO, magician. Oh, came flooding back. The trial, that girl. Okay. Trucy. Wait, a lawyer named his daughter Trucy? As in truce? Truce? Interesting. Trucy, right. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Question. I'm just gonna ask about Phoenix first. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh, you know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Dad, right. That reminds me. About Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. He's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay, well, I'll talk to her about everything else. So you're Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy, get it? What? No, I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? Who's your mom? Also, how did... Wait, who's that up there? Who's that? Who is that? 15? How old's Mr. Wright? Dad? Oh, he's 33 this year. She's the breadwinner. So 28 minus 5, 23. So he had her at 23. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. Right, talent agency. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Dad started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people. Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. Done a lot of stage shows. Paid too. I'm a professional, you know. They're right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Dead in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why? There are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that much. Alright, which hospital's Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic, it's quite close. Okay, did he get shot there? Wait, I'll go with you. Okay, can I investigate the room? Never mind. Has he been watching movies in here this whole time? Oh, this is Mr. Wright's hospital. Oh, no. Oh, why are you still alive? Why are you still alive? Of all the people who've survived... Yeah, unfortunate callback. Oh yeah, are you the doctor? Yeah, Dr. Hickfield's name. Good morning, doctor. Oh, hi there, Jersey. Cute as ever. Oh, why do you have to... What? I said it earlier. I think I'll say it again. I appreciate this game. Keep him away from it. I want to keep him away from existing. He has a lot of nerve being alive, let alone being in a hospital. Is this Daddy's room? Oh yeah, except he's gone for a morning checkup. He'll be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you'd like? I'm thinking about that bit, Captain Knuckles, where the bartender's like, "You have a lot of nerve coming back here," and he's just like, "You have a lot of nerve being alive." That's me with this guy. Doctor, the nurse is looking for you. Why, if it isn't the daddy-o, the cutest little thing in town? Guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. I hate you. I don't know how bad that guy was. Apollo, kill him. Apollo, 45 ACP. 5 times, and then 3 more to be safe. And then reload and do it again. We have to give him the treatment like we... Kick his ass, Trucy. We need to give him the treatment of... when we played House of the Dead, when we got the infinite ammo glitch. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. What happened? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. Hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He's as lucky as they say. You're telling me this guy got hit by a car and didn't... There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. You'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. Oh, that's cute. Mr. Wright is invincible. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage edition. She's a genius. Aw, Daddy. Aw, that's cute. Soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuate. I have many questions now. I don't know what... Wait, her hair color, her mannerisms, her connection with magic, and by extension, her talent. Phoenix, you... My math ain't mathin', but I'm like... Okay, I have a question. I mean, several, but like... Given the hair color, given her talent for magic, and given her aptitude... I don't need an answer directly here. Like, there's probably a point in this game they'll just tell us the parentage. But how? How? So why did you contact me? What could the right talent agency possibly want with me? I need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged into like this. Oh, but didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big. Thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Dad. How are we going to pay this month's rent? And the groceries? Good thing rent was first. That's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. No, I can't. I only just made friends. Aw. How could you do this to me? To us. Polly. Oh, he just got a new name, didn't he? Oh, what? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright. I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Dad. Hook, line, and sinker. Alright, that's great. Now it's time to reel him in. It's official, I'm scared. Honestly, I feel like Trucy and Phoenix are way too good of a combo. They get along so well, that's so funny. It does seriously scare me who the mom is. Okay, who's the client? Let's see it. Alright, so who's the client? Ah yes, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint, Alden Tay's. Alden Tay? I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked the telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Well, hold on, I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then, you can stick it to him in court. Not a prosecutor either. Sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. It's so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh? Oh, Dad. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Think a big reason Phoenix acts like he does because he hangs out with his daughter so much. He learned a lot from him, but he was also shaped by her so much by her over these 7 years. Probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's like, I think the two of them together have to lean on each other so much, and I could kind of see Phoenix becoming a bit of a jokester, and he probably got really into watching her shows because she became an actual magician. That makes sense. Even the ones that aren't very funny. The real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? Mark the scene of the tragedy on this map. Okay. So we have to go investigate both things. It's right in front of the park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Got it. Oh, thank God. I can examine stuff finally. I want to examine Mr. Wright's bed. It's really messy. Look how messy this is. You're just hopeless without me, aren't you, Dad? Oh, yeah, she's attempting to clean up. Look out. You got me, what can I say? I was raised in a barn. Try not to let word get out, Apollo, if you don't mind. Yeah, it might ruin your illustrious career pretending to play the piano. Oh, he has grape juice again. I just have a piano here. This looks like a child's toy piano. Gotta practice. Wouldn't want my fingers to get stiff. The pro always keeps his weapon close to his hand. Try to play you a tune? No thanks. Oh, how unfortunate. So rarely get a chance to play. Okay. I'll investigate the grape juice, then we'll get moving. Dad, you snuck some grape juice in again? Dodger said you weren't supposed to drink that here. Trucy, look at the label. Oh, deep sea mineral water. That's fine, I guess. Let's switch the labels. Don't tell Trucy, okay? What can I say? The man loves his grape juice. How would she not be able to see that? Okay. Let's save here really quick. I guess we could spend some time just investigating. Oh man. I think parenting does change a person fundamentally though. Like you sort of become a person in reaction to who your kid is. I guess in that way Phoenix is a good dad because he's clearly happy with being like with his daughter more than anything. Because from what I can see at least, it definitely seems like Phoenix mellowed out because being a dad was more important to him. Which, you know what? Props to him for being a better dad, honestly. Like, even amongst being a attorney, the fact that he was still a good dad that does kind of add shades to his character, you know? It definitely does make him feel different, right? Because it's not just one thing or the other. How long you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. Hello. Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client. Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, right? Pollo. I was gonna call him Pollo because it's spelled the same. Name's Apollo. Look at him here, arms all crossed-like, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. What are you talking about? Noodle stands with soy. Noodle. You know Mr. L. Dune from the noodle stands. Come on, man. L. Dune. Okay, come on. God, it's like somebody dropping a pun in the middle of the day. No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You're new in these parts? Not really. And you know about the best noodles in town, L. Dune's Noodles. At least the sign's reversible. It's not like my raincoat. Whose noodles? My noodles. Or help me out here, Jersey doll. This is Mr. Guy L. Dune, our client. His name, he's Guy Noodle. That's his name. You put that on your birth certificate. Well, I mean, he didn't, but you know what I mean. What's his parents' name? Wet Eldoon? Limp Eldoon? Eldoon's Pokemon team is just all Ekans. It's 5 Ekans and an Arbok. And maybe that one that's, you can read the name both ways, where it's the palindrome. Anything for you, Jersey Doll. Oh my god, he has the bushy brow. He has freaking Mike Guy's eyebrows. His hair, wow, this guy is built wrong. The more I stare at him, it's like long face, noodle hair, bowl hat, eyebrows the size of freaking sausages. Okay, first, I'm examining this room. Why is there spaghetti? Well, that fork is floating. Not. Why do you have a plate of plastic spaghetti here? That right there is the whole reason I became a magician. Do tell. Saw a plate just like that in a restaurant once. The floating fork looked so real, that's when I knew. Someday I'd make magic more amazing than that spaghetti. Is it bad that I'm just like, the stances she's taking, I'm like, okay, something in the back of my brain is like, is that... It can't be Maya, but like, why does she act so much like Maya? Maybe it's a relative or something. Car stuff. There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. Those are my magic props. Practice, practice, practice. Professional never leaves their weapons far from reach. But you can't play the piano with all this junk on it. Oh, no one plays here anyway. And the neighbors complain. Guess Mr. Wright really can't play. What is up with the tiny guillotine? A strange split box leers at me from the wall. Is this one of those boxes for cutting people in half? That's right! This cabinet is used for an illusion called the zigzag. I've seen one on TV, but why is one just sitting here in your office? Oh, it's a little big for me, you see. I'm using it as furniture. What? Hats in the top, shirts in the middle, pants down below. He has a nice touch, don't you? Not exactly what I call welcoming decor. I mean, I think it's nice. I don't know. Is this... what is this? Is this just... I need to examine this room. Table doesn't look very sturdy. Never seen one of these? It's a magic table. So, like, you make this teapot disappear? So you might think, but that's not it. Before your very eyes, the contents of the pot change. From Earl Grey to Darjeeling. Kinda hard to see the difference, I'd think. Alright, plant. Ah! Don't touch Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie? He's been in this office much longer than I have. Daddy's mentor had a great fondness for Mr. Charlie. Aww. He's lived here since Daddy was a rookie attorney. Huh, Mr. Charlie. Right. No, I take care of him. Aww. All these legal books must be Mr. Wright's leftovers. There's a lot of unrelated books in here, too. One trick a day, magic for idiots. You'd think a pro magician would aim a bit higher. Okay, we've checked the room for the most part. There's a package down here. That's one of those hula hoop things everyone was crazy about way back when. Really? I had no idea these were that popular. She looks so stunned. Not so bad with one myself, actually. Yeah, I'm still learning. So you could really make someone levitate with it? Show me. Huh? I have no idea how. It's just a normal hula hoop, isn't it? Okay. Oh, who's this? Who is that? An old sepia-tinted photo of a man in a silk top hat. That's my favorite magician. I want to be just like him someday. Very nice. Guess it's good to have a role model, even if he's got to be well over 100. How rude. How did you know what he was thinking? Was he saying that? Alright, cool. Alright, I just wanted to... Who's this guy? So you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldoon. Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. Ah, yes, I see. I understand. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. You're 15 generations in, and you're looking for the perfect recipe. That's a pretty old noodle. Aye, and fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood, but that didn't turn out so well. Oh, there's no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it, but in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year, I started my noodle stand. 15th generation of Eldoon's noodles. Oh god, I need to let my throat rest again. Too much talking. I think that's the only downside of streaming these games is, oh my god, I can't just read in my head. I have to actually speak out the words. Noodle Yug. Joey Wheeler, probably. My favorite magician is Jasper Masculine, the magician of World War II. I don't remember his name. I saw one of the family vacations I went on, we were in Aruba. We saw a magician when I was a kid. I got levitated. There's a picture of it somewhere. But I remember I got levitated by a magician. Because they called for volunteers and I got chosen. I don't remember his name though. I think that was in the basement of the Alhambra, but I forget what was the name of the magician? It was the basement of the Alhambra. I remember that. I also remember being scared because they pulled a trick where the lady like got stabbed and then it was like a fake. It was probably a fake sword or something. I don't even know. I just remember that magic show is like a fever dream in my brain. What was it? I need to go find out if I have that picture somewhere. Maybe I need to find. Maybe it'll have who it was. Don't remember what year it was either. I just remember I was like 7 or 8 or something. I was still a kid. I do not remember. I will say this guy is probably the... Okay, so what is he actually in here for? Tell me more about Eldune's noodles. You know the genius that are my noodles? That make them so salty. Why they're saltier than salt. I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pop's stand back during his attorney days too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Zuddy. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bulb out now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand. Gone. Okay. Look him up. Actually, I love the documentary about him. Jasper Masculine. I need to look it up. It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. Something more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My key, my castle. Okay, but why are you calling a defense attorney for this? Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know it, anyhow, that's the deal. Good luck. Good, huh? Wait. Exactly as your request. My noodle stand. Find it. The day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. I'd really need defense. Need defense. It's what I do. I'm a lawyer. The detective. That's where I live. You drop by if you need info. Okay. I need to watch a documentary at some point if I can. Got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. What are you talking? What in the goddamn are you all talking about? Why? So they were, stolen your... Oh, why is this a plot point? First we bring back that freak. That freak. The one with the face and the teeth and the stupid hair. Man, of all the people, like, why did she... I just realized, why does she have a Pokemon revive as an earring? Why did my brain just picture that... Okay, that's a cry and shame, that is Trucy Doll. I was alone in the office last night. I hung up my... Come on, man. I can't, I don't even want to read that out loud. And also, why were they wet? Why did you have to hang them out there to dry? It's not as bad as we to assume. When a thief came and took them, my favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Oh, it's laundry. It's probably laundry, right? Well, that was certainly brave of you. I lost them. Without those, I don't know what I'll do. Darn crying shame, yep. At least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. Be heading home now. Remember, find my stand. There's an empty bowl in your future, Polo. You help out Trucy's Doll here too, you hear? Okay, so it's probably just laundry. But, like, come on, dude. You have no work yesterday. Now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. We have 3 cases. First item on our list, Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit and run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's going to pay us for this again? Second item, Mr. Aldoon's request to find a stolen stand, which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine. I had stolen panties. Bowl of noodles looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets. Are you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. Man. I will not lie. I'm pretty sure it's just laundry, but like, it's just weird, man. It feels weird. Okay, well, let's go to the accident scene first. Just like, come on, dude. What the goddamn is happening here? This is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car. According to the map, this is the place. Okay. Apollo, there's a nice-looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. A little curious about the park over there. What is that lady doing? What in the goddamn is that? We have a few words with you. You want something? Why does she look like a goddamn quagsire? What? Dog. Man. Hello. That husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? What is wrong with you, man? That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Oh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kataki family mansion, little girl. You kid with the hair, you want something? Not a... Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kataki family, the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. If you're going to ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Ooh, he's sweating because she's mafia. Oh. Yay, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. She know no fear. I'm Plum Kataki, wife of the 4th head of the Kataki family business. What? Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice Attorney at Law. Bush could kill this woman would be a mass murderer by now. What am I dealing with? Quagsire. What am I doing, man? A brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me? Those paints must have been to repaint this wall. That's right, I called in an artist to do the job right. He's the 3rd so far. The 3rd? The first spilled paint all over the entrance here, the second on my kimono. So no, don't tell me. It's better I don't know. Okay. There's paint splashed all over this gate. A mess. Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my dad? That's right. And I'm gonna have to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you? Oh, of course, then you can make them clean up their own mess. Oh, you're cute. Naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess. Oh, wish I could say cool things like that. I'll bet you do. Okay. Laugh my teeth weren't chattering so hard. Yeah, you know what? Apollo does feel like... He does feel a bit like the successor to early Phoenix Wright. There's supposed to be a car accident here last night. Of course, you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait, yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away? That's my dad. I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since this morning. Okay, cleaning up this paint. This paint. Alright, let's just keep questioning. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise. And found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. The giant's glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff lawyer, boy. Suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes, but we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities. Wonder if she means that trash can. I guess I'll just ask. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone, so yes? Whoa. What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when you talk to her, okay, Trucy? Oh, that seems like a bit of a needles procedure. I'm a lawyer, I live for needles procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy, through me, please. Beg you here. I like that Plum is just like the bad guys. I like the sound of that. Going to need some warm tea after this. Takes a lot of hard work to protect the family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let us about business if we can help it, please. Okay. Okay. Duh! God, there's so much weird here, man. This whole place is what? Why is that old lady? What? Can I just ask? There's so many things happening here. Why is that guy? Why is he arched like that? Why is the old lady trying to climb? She's pretty. I bet she has a story. You know? There's something about her. I bet she seems in a bit of a rush. Can I examine the old lady? Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down without you hurt yourself, ma'am. It's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what, I bet they're filming a movie. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Miss, stay out of the park. He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No, move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids, we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Ah, Detective Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. I remember you! Why is she wearing a lab coat? Hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Oh, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not... I might spill something on the pretty face of yours. Want a dose experimental hydroxychlorotrace? Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out of the riffraff if you would. Yes, ma'am. Why is Emma here? We're gonna get more information like this. Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yeah, that nice woman. Trash can. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out. Detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney, actually. Huh? Ah, 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? The side view mirror. It looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Huh. Fifth Case really added to Ace 21 was really just set up for Emma to be featured here. You know what? Fair. I've ruined my pockets for one of these. Which one do you want to take? I can only take one of the pieces of evidence? What? Ear slipped into pocket. So I can't... So if I examine this, can I take the other one? Paint on the slippers in this trash can. You know what? Let's swap for now. Okay. Talk. People Park. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh, yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. I guess we'll ask. So what happened at your house? Bloomers, last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Me, Little Plum Kataki, the victim of a panty snatcher. So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. Wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. Heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. The missing panties have all something in common. It's hard to imagine Truce's and Miss Kataki's having much in common. Just imagine Miss Kataki's... I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great, show me what you're made of. What have you got me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, mother. She's a Kataki too. Miss. Here, our flyer. The Write Anything Agency. Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office, we'll be waiting. Ah, goodbye. Okay. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know, she seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty, she doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Ah, I see. Trucy's gonna do that weird thing where she just does stuff for fun. Okay. Stand theft. Liked her confused expression. She's like, okay. Thanks. New. So what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, this is where his stand was stolen from. This is his house? This is his house? It's like if if Up had a budget of $5. This is like down. This is diagonal. That's wrong. Why is his laundry on the top of the house? Why is this house built so... It's like, it looks like Final Fantasy VII up in there. It's like Midgar. It looks like where Seventh Heaven is. It looks like the freaking district. I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. Maractus? What's this sparkly engine? Is this place a hospital? There's a sign. Maractus Clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Maybe that police car is here to find my... I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. This is so much. This is information overload. You find anything yet? Not yet. Please stop playing that. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. Bowl noodles is sounding less like payment, more like punishment. Okay. Dog! Look, a dog! Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy. Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. You named your dog Spoon? I mean, Spoon doesn't seem so lively. She didn't get her bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing. Paulo, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. Pretty sure dogs are supposed to eat noodles. They can eat plain noodles, but you don't want to give them, like, a ton. It's like a little bit is okay. Like, with a lot of people food, you don't want to do that too. You don't do that. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's gonna taste just like noodles. Oh, it does smell like noodles. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back for me, sonny boy. I'm begging you. Alright. Bowl. The Maractus Clinic. What are we doing, man? The door is surely sparkly. The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. Must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today. Aha. Police car. I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders. Sorry, miss. No going to the clinic today. Did something happen? Oh no, nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? Need a little more info on this Maractus Clinic. We could ask Mr. Eldoon, he's their neighbor after all. We should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Okay, on a side note, it does feel like the justice system has really gotten screwed up lately. Because it seems like the justice system overall is just getting really messed up. So what happened? It's like it's back to pre-Von Karma days. How's it? It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character though, just like my soup. I always thought character was a positive thing. On a side note, Mr. Eldoon, you're married? What is this thing? Looks like the oil drum is connected to that sink over there. Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious. You don't think he uses rainwater to cook his noodles and to make the broth, do you? I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is his business, you know. Look, that sign over there. Eldoon only uses water from all natural sources. I think I'll take a rain check on eating here. Okay. Let's ask about the Maractus Clinic. Hey, do you know if something happened next door? There's a police car out front. Probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet. Anyone's at risk of giving some food poisoning. That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me, the neighbor. Huh. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. Just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Oh, so he works with the mob. Got it. Understood. That's it. That's where the thief essentially panties ran to. It's a crying shame, that is. They have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties. The garage, right. You don't think the thief lives here, do you? I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here? Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. Okay. I'm like... I feel like the only downside I've had is that it's so much information to take in all at once. And I think just the sheer... To put it plainly, the sheer insanity of this game, I feel like it's a little bit hard. If you're trying to play the game at a reasonable pace, it feels like it's a lot. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. Smell broth filled the streets, thick and salty. Got home, well, before 10 p.m. I reckon. It's not aimed for that late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Then maybe eat noodles for breakfast. Washed up all the salty sources of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being. Took everything? All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. And then there's one bowl. If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl to my last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure as it is. Okay, let's see. If we have moving, where do we got? We got the garage. Why is there a cat? What is that cat? What is that thing? This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. It's probably the doctor. Clues, like a pair of... Trucy? Did you try not saying panties so many times? Let's examine. Something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath the tires. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. Wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. We should bring it to him later. Cell phone. We do have the evidence to prove that this happened, so we have this. Hey, look at that. The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? A clue, let's see. No evidence. Oh god, I have to go get it? Not that I think of. No, then what were you smiling about? Oh, I wasn't smiling. There's a dust in here. Thought I was going to sneeze. Don't make faces at that. So misleading then. No yawns are contagious, but sneezes? Okay, hang on. God dang it. Okay, I see. Go back. There's also something there, so hang on. I gotta... Okay, I have to go back to the... So I have to go back to the... I have to go back really quick. Move. Taki Mansion. Okay, can I just say it's a little annoying we can't take both evidences with us. Because that seems kind of weird. Wait, do I have this already? The side view mirror with some paint on it in the trash can. I can only carry one thing at a time in my pocket, you know. Swap the slippers for the mirror. Swap. Okay, that is a little annoying that we can't just carry all the evidence because I don't know why this one specifically. It kind of seems like an unnecessary thing because we don't actually, because it doesn't really make any sense that we can't bring all the evidence we have with us. Because we're able to take everything else with us, but for some reason that's weird. It's a bit weird that we can't. Okay, take this. That reminds me, I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently, there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. The piece of cloth turned to be a vital clue to solving the case. Wow, I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. And I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's got to have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey, look, there's a cloth in the tailpipe. Wait a second, are these your... My panties? What? Already? Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really, don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. What are those? The little panties are gonna come home to Mom. I can't wait to use them. You're gonna put them on now? Watch closely now. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Wait, did she just... How'd that bowl get in your panties? My panties are an extra dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. What are you talking about, Trissie? Magic panties. It's one of my best tricks. They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. Prop for performing magic. Found exhaust pipe at the car at Maractus. Those look like... These look like freaking shorts! What is that? They look like freaking Nights into Dreams-ass pants. Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the Slidell that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. Something tells me we're not finished searching this garage anyway. Good lord. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so now we have... We have the evidence. I think I do have just the clue you've got in mind. Interesting. So now we have to... Oh, and it has the paint on the back, too. No clues here. No clues here. What? But it... Oh, I see. Oh, I just need to... Oh, present it. I see. Doy. Foolishness. My clue is this. And it has paint on it, too, so that means that it definitely hit the... It definitely was involved in the crash up the thing. Perfect match. I guess we could check it out. 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Well, looks like we've just solved a case. Okay, on a secondary note, that means that whoever... So the person who owns this clinic, or at least this garage, hit... Wait, but then why did the slippers and the mirror go into the trash can? Because the car clearly drove off. So the car that hit your dad is sitting right in front of us. Wow, you put the pro and professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Druzy. Apollo, what? What is it? Now that you've solved this case, we should go report to Dad. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, you know, knowing him. Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. This is hardly a case worth reporting. Okay, let's look around a little bit more, because we can check... Cat. Hello. Hey, a kitty cat. Aw. Baby. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. His hair won't hurt you, it's okay. Aw. She'll make you disappear in her hat. Okay. Someone's there. Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. And painted gold. It's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? Screams something, that's for sure. You know what? Apollo definitely feels like he's done well. I think he's fit in well into this game. I think he feels a lot like what Phoenix Wright did when he first started. I'm thinking of that second case where Maya, where it's like, yeah, this definitely feels... This feels pretty close, you know? Do you have anything new to talk about? Panty Snatcher. Do you have any leads? What, you want to see them again? If you must. No, I'm fine, really. Let's just put them away, shall we? Case closed. What are you talking about? The case isn't closed until we have our thief. find him on the side while you work on the other cases. That easy, we wouldn't need the police. If we don't need the police, then we don't need defense attorneys either, right? Now that smile is worth protecting. Alrighty. Move. Let's go talk to Phoenix. Man, this game is, I will say, I guess maybe it's also this way he's going. Maybe he's gone for an examination. He'll probably be back soon. Let's wait. He might take some time. Daddy always loves his examinations. Don't ask Justice, you don't want to know. Why don't we come back later? Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. Okay. I guess what we should do now, since we have that evidence already, how about we grab the slippers really quick? I don't think we need to. Oh no, please, knock yourself out. Don't mind me, I'll be waiting over here. Just so we're clear, search through trash isn't a hobby of mine, okay? Oh, so the slippers don't matter. Is it just a red herring? Interesting. I gotta say, I'd really like to know what happened here. Hey, I said no one goes in. Unless you want a face full of hydro... Zato yada da what's it. No dice. Okay. Is there anything else we can look at? Trying to figure out if there's anything else we can get. What a big house, and the gate is so big. The Kataki family is pretty big around these parts. I like the fox, it's very cute. Oh, that's our family crest from the old country. Your family crest? We're clever as the fox, and our teeth are sharp. Oh, so it's like a motto. You need a crest too, Apollo. Oh, how about the scales of justice, or a lunar lander? I'll pass, thanks. Oh, well, you know what? I can get behind that. That's pretty good. I like this. I like this imagery. This is good. You know what? I can respect it. Alright. It's just like, alright. Let's see. Let's go to... I guess I'll go to Eldune's house, and... We didn't ask him about this again. So your stand. Eldune's noodles, was it? Passed down from father to son. Didn't see fair share of salt. Salt runs the family, you might say. But high blood pressure does too. So your stand, Eldune's noodles, was stolen. It wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. Yeah, geez, my ear. Ugh. Okay. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time you bought a new one anyway? Okay. I'm not 100% sure where else we need to go, but... I think this is a good spot to end because I think I've exhausted my ability to keep up. At least for now. You know, we could save on the top one too. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to the menu. Save. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so... Holy crap. Okay. So, what a roaring start to the game. Holy crap. I feel like that first episode, I think what it was trying to do, because it seems like it was, from what I understand, it feels a bit like they were trying to recapture that magic of that first, oh god. I unplugged my, yeah, I did. I unplugged myself from my own thing. Okay, that's fine. But it feels like they were trying to capture the magic of the very first case with Phoenix Wright, because it feels like, because the second and third game are, you know, fresher in my memory than the very first one. I still remember a fair bit, but I think that that feeling of being a brand new attorney was something they had to recapture in this game, and they did. I think they did so really well because they put you right next to Phoenix Wright, and they had you figuring this stuff out. I think it worked out really well. I think that first case being like 3 hours basically was a little intense, especially for the first chapter, but from what I can see, this game's also only 4 chapters, so I'm guessing if it's going to be like, you know, a proper amount of time for a game, then it's probably going to be longer chapters but less of them. Then again, the first game was also 4, and that took a little while. So, I guess that would be what I'm guessing, is that it feels like they're giving more time, even though we've been kind of going breakneck all stream. Because we did go for 3 hours and 50 minutes without a break, really. So I think it's very well written. I think this game, the thing is that the stuff I found, I've said it earlier, the stuff I found that was not effective, that got more extremely pronounced, but then the stuff that's really good about the writing also got more pronounced. It kind of feels like every point that the game had kind of grew sharper outwards from the center. Like, it's exceptional writing for cases is really well done, but it also seems like they're also really cooking on, and it seems like they've done a really good job making a longer narrative for the entire game, because they've set up a lot of questions we want to know about, like what happened to Phoenix Wright, what caused all the things that happened to lead to this moment. And I think they did a good job doing setup with the first episode and the parts of the second. I think like I said, I think some of these gags, like the panty thing, and I think some certain jokes kind of felt like there are some parts of the game I'm like, okay, you don't need to lean into this part. Like, I think that doctor guy, I'm like, I don't want him anywhere near me. Like, that one's not a fun cameo, unfortunately. He's just like, I hate that guy. But it's like certain stuff like that feels less like, it's not really jokes I'm down for. So, but it feels like the game found its identity and now it's filling it in entirely. And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. I think even if I have friction with it, I don't think it's poorly written. Maybe that's why I'm so uncomfortable with it, is because it is it fits the tropes exactly, you know, like it fits all the tropes to the T, but it feels familiar, so it's not a badly written thing. It just feels a bit like, oh, okay, I know this character archetype, and I don't like that archetype. But either way, thank you all for coming by. Thank to everyone who came by, couldn't stay to the end. So we're gonna play this for a good long while. This and Fuga 2 are now Wednesdays and Thursdays. I would recommend, if for everybody who likes this game, for the more story-driven experience, I would recommend checking out Fuga 2, by the way, because it's really good. And vice versa, I think, for those who might be a little uncertain, go watch those things. Also, I will say, go check out Madman's Dice on Steam. We're at the end of stream. I can hawk all my stuff. Check out the books, check out my music. Check out my stuff, because that helps me keep the lights on. And I would like to keep the lights on. And of course, if you can, leave reviews or ratings on stuff you find of mine, whether or not it's a 5-star rating. Like, if you really give me honest feedback and critique, and that would really help me get better. So I would appreciate it if people review my stuff wherever you find it. My music, review it. The books, review them. The games, review them. My streams, leave comments on the VODs. Tell me that if these work out for you, or if you need something different. I've been trying to cook up something that I've wanted to get to for a while now. And it's a compilation video of... I need to get around to editing the video for the Halloween stream. I might just... I did the VOD, but I might do something where I grab the clips instead, because I think that'll be easier. But we'll see. I need to do that for the Halloween stream. I also want to do a video... It's going to be an edited video where I want to go through all of the bosses we missed. There's some secret bosses we've missed. I made a list, actually, of secret bosses I missed in the last year and change. So there's the one of the ending bosses in Silent Hill F that I found out about, that I'm like, okay, I gotta go get that. There's Ozma from Final Fantasy IX. I put down a big asterisk for Faust and Dragoon, because I think Faust would take a lot of my free time to get to. So if I were to do that, it would be like, okay, I would really have to make like that a dedicated effort on that on its own. And then there's the 2 bosses I missed in Shin Megami Tensei 5. And then there's the secret boss in Clair Obscura that I missed. So I might make a large edited video to talk about getting all the secret bosses I missed, but we'll see. In any case, yeah, thank you all for coming by. To everyone who couldn't stay to the end, thank you as well. And I guess we'll just call it for today. I don't know. I don't know if calling it for today is the move, or do we want to raid out? I don't know. Let me see if there's any friends online. We'll see really quick. If we don't have a place to go to, I might just call it. Oh no, that's a peculiar place. T and K. It seems like T and K are playing Undertale for the first time. We can raid over there. That'd be nice. I'd like to go over there. It's been a while since I got to talk to them. I always feel bad when I don't get to talk to my friends very often, but just know if I consider you a friend, if I don't get to talk to you very often, know that I always appreciate when I get to see you again. Just like I said at the beginning of stream, it's like saw a friend earlier. I feel like for me, it's like when I'm streaming, it's like no matter how long it's been since you last popped in, I'll be happy to see you. I'm always happy to see you again. It may be a bit odd, and it may be maybe time will make us distant, but it won't make us. It won't make us like. It won't make us any less of friends than we are now. You know. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll raid over to TK&M. They seem to be having fun. I think it's just K. I think it's just K for now. Alrighty. Well, now or never see you guys next. Goodbye for now, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon.